date against the Packers coming off a week of rest. I'll just simply ask you, what's the key for each side tonight?
Well, first of all, the 49ers, when they come into a ball game, they want to be physical. They want to run the ball, and they want to get after you with their defensive front. I think the key for the Packers is matching that intensity and the physicality throughout the ball game, but especially early. It catches a lot of teams off guard. For the 49ers, it's real simple. Somebody not named Davante Adams has to be the one that beats them. Adams has put up some huge numbers against this team the last 3 times they have met. We know that he is Aaron Rodgers' go-to guy. Does the 49ers, do they have an answer for him? Something that no other team has had, and the 49ers didn't have in week 3.
Yeah, in week 3, a game that came down to a last-second field goal by Mason Crosby. Adams was targeted 18 times in that game. Take a break and continue before kickoff here at Lambeau.
So at AT&T, everyone gets our best deals.
Aren't others doing that?
Others say that, but not everyone gets the best deal. Like, what if I give you a lollipop? Then I give you our best lollipop.
That's not fair.
At AT&T, we think it's only fair that all customers get our best deals. And you get a choice of plans.
She said agreement.
It's not complicated. Only AT&T gives both new and existing customers our same best deals. Like up to $800 off our most popular smartphones.
Ever wonder what everyone's doing on their phones? They're banking with Bank of America. His girlfriend just caught a bouquet, so he's checking in on that ring fund. Oh, that photographer? He's looking for something a little more zen. So he's thinking a little Elvis studio. And as for the father of the bride, he's checking to see if he's on track to do this all over again.
We're about to get it on here tonight with the 49ers and Packers as the divisional round in the NFL playoffs will continue. We just saw the top-seeded Titans in the AFC go down, losing at home on a game-winning field goal against Cincinnati Bengals. And now coming up in about 5 minutes or so, the top-seeded Green Bay Packers in the NFC are about to host San Francisco 49ers. So thank you for tuning in and listening to my live watch-along reactions live right here on YouTube. As always, I'm your host, Encyclopedia Sports. Cool and Luke 96. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below. That thumbs up button. Share hashtag NFL, hashtag NFL playoffs. Chat questions and comments, super chat, super stickers. Always greatly appreciated as well. This is the first NFC playoff game in this divisional round this weekend. We just, as mentioned, witnessed the kickoff to the round earlier in the AFC with the top-seeded Titans hosting the Bengals. They lost because of turnovers. 2 of the 3 interceptions led to 6 Bengal points, and they lost by 3. So Cincinnati's moving on. They'll play at either Buffalo or Kansas City next Sunday, depending on who wins that game tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night. But tonight, 49ers, Packers, and then tomorrow, the winner of this play the winner of either Rams, Bucks, as that's a rematch. This game is also a rematch. It was a Sunday night, late September, week 3 to be official, and San Francisco scored a late touchdown to take the lead. However, they gave Aaron Rodgers just a little too much time, and he drove down, got Mason Crosby in field goal range 2 plays later, and Crosby kicked the game-winning 50-plus yard field goal for the win. And that was on the road, as Green Bay went 4-0 against the NFC West this year. Now they get them at home, place they already beat both the Seahawks and Rams. Remember, they went to the desert and beat the Cardinals on a Thursday night, late October, as well. So, Aaron Rodgers, Jimmy Garoppolo, the Northern California kid, and Rodgers playing against the team once again in the playoffs that did not draft him back in 2005 as they selected Alex Smith. Of course, he bounced around the league with Kansas City and Washington before retiring. Rodgers still playing. But over the past decade or so, of course, The 49ers have been the kryptonite, so to speak, of the Green Bay Packers in the playoffs, including just 2 years ago to get to Super Bowl 54 to cap off NFL 100. Remember, after the Chiefs beat the Titans to get to Miami, Green Bay went to San Francisco and, for the most part, got their ass kicked and handed to them. They did. And they did come back from what I recall a little late and, made it a little bit closer of a game, but, a little too late. You got to play a full 60. Now, here tonight, it's going to be cold. Might have some snow in the second half as well. But regardless of the weather, just go out and do your job, play your football, with your game plan. Don't change anything unless you absolutely have to. Balance and consistency, nothing stupid, no turnovers especially. Turnovers absolutely kill you. But run the football. Both teams are going to do that a lot. Work in the play action, big player. 2 might determine, along with the defensive stops and special teams, the outcome of this game. So as Rodgers gives a pregame message, hyping up the team, both teams now on the field. Looks like the 49ers are on to kick off, so the Packers back deep to receive. So we will get to see the Rodgers-led Packer offense here first tonight, as we also saw the Titan offense begin that game earlier today too. And remember, the first play of the game was an interception, and then a field goal was capitalized off of it. And with that, along with a few of the other turnovers and how that game played out, was difference maker and why they lost. Career starts in below freezing temperatures, including the postseason. Jimmy G was 0, at least in the NFL. Remember, he played at Eastern Illinois. He's played in the cold before. He's played in the snow. And that's nothing for him. And he's played with the Patriots before, too, behind Brady up in New England. So, cold or no cold, Jimmy G should be all right, even with all the injuries he's currently ongoing. Short kick, fielded at the 15. Amari Rodgers, rookie out of Clemson, on the return. The 1st and 10 Green Bay from about the 25-yard line. But, they show that graphic. Rodgers has 32 all-time starts, and he has a 24-8 record. But he has not been able to beat the 49ers in the playoffs, especially on a Saturday night in the playoffs, I might add it as well. So whether it was Candlestick or Levi's Stadium, they haven't been able to, at least in the playoffs. Playoffs? Kidding me? Playoffs? No, they haven't been able to beat them in the playoffs. Beat them this regular season, but we'll see what it gives here tonight. I'm sure as always something will. It's a whole new season, it's a whole new ball game. So, handoff from Rodgers to Aaron Jones. They're going to be without Marquez Valdes-Scantling here tonight with an injury. Of course, still got Davante Adams, among a few other targets for him to throw to, especially out of the backfield with Jones and A.J. Dillon. It all starts up front. Go to block to run the football. Rodgers looking to throw. That's going to be caught by Davante Adams to the 49-yard line. Be 1st and 10. San Fran fighting for the football. They actually have it. So they're going to say catch and fumble, or catching down by contact, 1st and 10. Refs break it up. It'll be a first down for the Packers. So, of course, we'll see who steps up. It might be Lazard. It might be Randall Cobb. They're going to run a toss, and Jones nowhere to go. St. Brown was in motion on that play, maybe him. They've really missed Robert Tunyon at tight end. So, Mercedes Lewis, I mean, him, along with DeGuara, and hell, even Daphne, not from Scooby-Doo, but Dominic Daphne on the Packers, Yeah, DeGuara's in motion there, 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Rodgers dumps it off on a screen. Aaron Jones has got a hole, and then Warner brings him down to the 32 after a nice big catch and run. So, fast start here early by Green Bay, which is a good sign for them, especially being at home. Crowd's going to get into it. He took a hit there at the end of the play, too, but he doesn't care. His COVID toe and all. Hell, he had Adams wide open near side, too. But, hey, take what the defense gives you, Pick up first down after first down. Just keep it simple. Eventually you're going to move the ball and score some points, hopefully. Another screen. That's dropped by Jones. Incomplete. 2nd down and 10. 12-15 to play here in the opening quarter. We're tied at 0. 49ers and Packers. Green Bay drive in the beginning of the game. So, thanks for tuning in and listening. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below. But, yeah. Rodgers, of course, going to have to make some plays, too. No doubt about it. I mean, he's Aaron Rodgers, for God's sakes. I mean, he's going to win MVP again in a couple weeks for the 2nd straight year. But when you win the MVP, you normally don't, even if you do get the Super Bowl, win that. So, and talk about the 49ers, they've been that team they have not been able to beat in the playoffs. And a slant over the middle. It's caught for a first down. Devontae Adams at the 20. They'll move the sticks again, and now it's getting chippy. We're not even a couple minutes into this game, and there's already some pushing and shoving, some trash talk going on. Which, I mean, it's win or go home. It's survive in advance, It's football. It's this time of year. Everybody's banged up. Everybody's pissed off one way or another, whether you're winning or not. So this is what it is. Just play through it. Rodgers going to be under center. Play clock at 5. He'll actually run a reverse to St. Brown, who looked to be looking to throw for a second, but actually kept it for himself and got about a yard or so on that, maybe 2 if he was lucky enough to be 2nd down. So, at least they're in Mason Crosby field goal range here. You got 2 good kickers tonight with Crosby and Robbie Gould, but it might be a low scoring, once again, 1st to 20 as it was earlier, and neither team did, but the Bengals still won with 19-16 on the game-winning kick. A special teams type of game. 2nd and 9 from the 22. Rodgers, quick slant over the middle, complete by Adams. To Adams, another Packer first down at the 10-yard line, 1st and goal. And it starts up front. He has good protection, and his receivers are getting open, and Rodgers, being Aaron Rodgers, just getting the football. Let's get the hell open, It's not as easy as that, but just get the hell open, I'll get you the football. So 1st and 10 officially at the 11. So they got 8 shots to punch it in here. They don't score a touchdown, they've been driving. I mean, come on, man. Trips in a bunch near side, handoff to Dillon up the middle, and A.J. Dillon gets to the 5. So the 2nd and 4.
3 catches already, all for first downs. Yeah, you go back to that time they met back early in the year, week 3. He was targeted 18 times. He had 12 receptions in that game.
I remember watching that Sunday night Packers 49er game because it was the same night as a WWE pay-per-view. And now here we are a week away from the Royal Rumble next weekend, but another rematch. As I said earlier, 5 of 6 rematches in the wild card round last week. 3 of 4 in the divisional round. This game included handoff to A.J. Dillon. He's going to bulldoze his way up the middle for a Packer touchdown as they drive 75 yards and score on their opening drive. 5.5 minutes in, up 6, pending upcoming extra point from Crosby to make it a 7-0 lead. And, yeah, all starts up front. And with the lead, if they can continue to run the football when they need to, work some clock, get a few defensive stops, turnover too as well, Green Bay is going to be all right tonight. But we haven't even seen San Fran yet, so. Kicks up and good, 7-0. I mean, I get, okay, yeah, they just allowed them to drive and, score a touchdown on them to begin the game. And that was a little bit of everything there for the Packers. Rodgers handing off to Jones, handing off to Dillon, dumping it off out of the backfield to both backs as well. Rodgers 4 of 5 for the 4 yards passing. And then, a few first down completions to Devontae Adams. But still, somebody's going to step up on offense, of course, and, we'll see how the defense plays. But, Green Bay, early 7-0 lead. Home field advantage. Didn't work out for the Titans earlier, but with 9:25 to play in the opening quarter here tonight, Packers lead the 49ers 7-0. So once again, thanks for tuning in and listening. And be sure, as always, to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below. Scroll down, check out Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Hit the red subscribe button, notification bell next to it as well, right here on YouTube. Thumbs up if you're enjoying. Thumbs up if you want the 49ers to win. Thumbs up if you want the Packers to win. Share hashtag NFL, hashtag NFL playoffs, hashtag 49ers, hashtag Packers as well. Chat questions and comments, super chats, super stickers, always greatly appreciated. So, yeah, we'll see what San Fran's got up their sleeve when we return, but 7-0 for the Packers. 5 minutes in. Nice big drive. First down. And they punch it in for 6, make it 7. So 7-0, Green Bay. We'll get back to the action momentarily. But, just hopefully it's a good game. I mean, it was before, back late September when they met. Of course, it's a rematch. The only non-rematch last week and this week was the 49ers-Cowboys and the game we witnessed earlier with the Bengals and Titans. Everything else has been a rematch from one point in time or another this regular season. But, I just don't want to blow out. I mean, we had a few of those last week after a good start, including last Saturday night in the cold from upstate Western New York and Buffalo, with the Bills beating the Patriots. Now we're in the cold from the frozen tundra, Lambeau Field in Green Bay, and the Packers are already up 7. So, I mean, we'll stick with it one way or another anyway. But, yeah, if you want to go home, it's rather in advance. Just hopefully you're playing your best football right now and just find a way to win, when the game's on the line. We had 6 teams do that last week. 1 already today, looking to make it 2. 2 games tomorrow, 2 games next week, Pro Bowl, and then the Super Bowl, cap off the year. So on the return from the 7, San Francisco out past the 30, 35 to the 38.5, 39-yard line. Be 1st and 10 from there for the Niners to begin the game, down 7, 1st and 10, 9:20 to play in this opening quarter. So special teams. Back to earlier with running the football, controlling the line of scrimmage, running the football, playing good defense, the field position, the turnovers, and the special teams. If you can win a majority of that, for the most part, you're going to be all right. You're probably going to win. Garoppolo under center, going to toss it. And Mitchell gets about a yard. Be 2nd down and 9. So really nowhere for him to go. Did get a yard, but other than that, nothing. Be 2nd and 9. And like I said earlier, both these teams are going to try to run the football, no doubt about it. mean, Green Bay really, didn't do a lot there, the run game, other than the touchdown to cap it off. But San Fran starts out with the run. That's a false start. Right guard moved. 5 yards, be 2nd and 14. Replay down. Yep. So, we'll try it again. Nothing stupid. No stupid penalties, turnovers. They absolutely kill you, dude. I mean, come on now. Second and 14 from the, where are they at, 36-yard line. Kittle in motion. For another toss near side. And Deebo Samuel, their starting wide receiver, lining up in the backfield at running back. Your Swiss Army knife, if you will. And he gets a few yards. They got a 3rd and 12. So, even with the penalty, they got a yard. They got 2.5, 3 yards there. Yeah, this Green Bay front able to stop them. So Garoppolo's going to have to make some plays. And regardless of his injuries, he's still out there playing in the cold, whether he's used to it or not, which he is. They just don't want to admit that. And just find a way. 3rd and 12. He's looking to throw, and he's going to go down on the sack, back of the 28. Shoelace tackle. And, 4th and a mile. They'll punt. And it's not looking good for the Niners by any means whatsoever. Not good at all. Just going the wrong way. Yeah, San Fran, I mean, if this keeps up, they might be in trouble. Hell, this game might be over by halftime. Especially if their defense can't stop Rodgers in the offense. So San Fran punts. We'll have a bounce, and they'll down at the 25. So same starting field position for the Packers. They'll have 1st and 10 with a 7-0 lead. 6:45 to play in the opening quarter. 3-0. Out and about for the 49ers to begin the game. Yeah, not looking good. I don't know what it is. These Saturday night NFL playoff games, at least this year. And we had the one before Christmas was alright. The 2 on Christmas were good. And then the one in the season finale, week 18 week, was good. The other one was blowout. And then they were split last week, and right now, I mean, they're split. But we still got a lot of, game left to be played. Yeah, so quick 3 now for the Niners. They're going to eventually have to make a stop or two on defense and get something rolling on offense. Because if they, like I said, keep this up, this game's going to be over before too long. Which, for them, that's going to be a shame because they've had a good year. I mean, time or two, yeah, they were out of it. Just kept pushing, and it came down to the final game on whether or not they were going to be in the playoffs. And then they win last week, beat the Cowboys, as I thought they were going to. And then, here we are tonight. So just settle down. You got to settle down and settle in. If you can find a running game, because you know damn well they're going to want to run the football.
Well, skill toss is where you take a can and you chuck it as far as you possibly can.
Yeah.
I think it came from one of the Pioneer ladies.
Find a running game and just don't let this game get out of reach. Don't let this game get out of hand, because if it does, you're done for. You know. So 7-0 Green Bay. 1st and 10 Packers from the 25 again after the punt. And Rodgers going to start in the gun with Jones to his left, right to left across the television screen, ready and on it out. And he'll fake the give, quick pass complete near side to Adams. And Adams gets to about 32 for 7. He's 2nd down and 3.
You kind of wonder exactly how was Green Bay going to come out and open up this ball game. You think about it, they clinched the division week 15. They clinched the number 1 seed week 17. They played Detroit week 18 and rested a number of their starters there in the second half. And then, of course, they were off last weekend on the wild card weekend. And how would all that impact them? And I think the rest did them some good so far.
Rodgers pitches it to Jones. He gets a 1st down out past the 40. 45, Powell still pushing. And they will give him the 46-yard line, 1st and 10. Yeah, it all starts up front. Keep the defense off balance. That first play of this drive went to the near side, to the left. That play went opposite, top of your screen, far side to the right. From the 46, 1st and 10, got 2 backs to the right and left of Rodgers. He's going to take a deep shot here eventually. Maybe now. Now he's just going to dump it off. Jones, well, 9-yard reception on a screen. That was 2nd and 1, making it manageable. So, 2nd and short. They're going to keep this drive alive and look to extend their lead. And hell, we're almost at the end of the first quarter already, which is hard to believe. He's going to take a shot here eventually. They're going to go deep. Yep. Hand off A.J. Dillon. He gets a 1st down. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 42. Just don't do anything stupid. Don't turn the ball over. That's hard to believe. They're 2020, or excuse me, yeah, since 2020. They're 2020 2-2 at home. Fake the end around. Rodgers going to fake the handoff, dump it off to Lewis, his tight end. He fumbles, and San Fran's going to recover it. Wow. Nothing stupid. Don't turn it over. They do. Turnovers are going to kill you. Saw that earlier. That's a catch, and he just punched it out, and they were right there to recover it. Yep. So 1st and 10, San Fran, 3:51 to play in the quarter. Down by 7, still 7-0 after the Packer turnover on a fumble.
Yeah.
I have a plan. Right now, at T-Mobile, customers on Magenta Max can get the new iPhone 13.
Give yourself a reason, you know. Give yourself some juice. Find some rhythm, momentum. Build it up. Capitalize off it. You got to capitalize off the turnover now, whether it's with a field goal or a touchdown. You got to at least get something off it, you know. So we'll see what they do, but man, just a good start by the Packers, a bad start by the Niners, and now it's, you know, being reversed. It's still early, still a lot of game left, no doubt about it, but starting to go downhill. Not quick or fast, not yet at least, but it just took a wrong turn, so to speak, with that turnover. And have to get a stop now on defense to hold on to their 7-0 lead. But yeah, we'll see if 49ers can capitalize. If so, okay. If not, well, credit the Packers then at that point. But yeah, that's where we sit. So we'll see what happens. But can't turn the ball over. Home, away, neutral site, expect to have a chance to win. So
Where I'm from, we overcome, and soon there will be many CEOs.
I think they were lining up to take a deep shot, but of course, it's going to take what the defense gives them, wide open on screens, whether it's to the back or the tight end. And hey, if you're open, I'm going to get the football, and he did. And then it was caught and then punched out for a fumble, and they recover it. So yeah, 1st and 10 for the Niners now. But here we go, 1st and 10 in San Fran. Ball going to be at the 30, or more so the 40, 45-yard line. Yeah, the 42, 1st and 10, 49ers. Hand off Deebo Samuel. They're going to have to get him going if they're going to have a chance to win this game. Ball comes out, fumble. Packers have it, but they're going to say he was down. Forward progress was stopped. Be 2nd down, San Fran. Green Bay is going to want to take a look at that. I don't be surprised if Matt LaFleur challenges this. Thing is, with forward progress, you're not going to win that challenge, though. And that ball is clearly out. San Fran's going to get up there and try to snap it. If I'm Matt LaFleur, I'm going to challenge this, whether I'm going to win it or not. He's not going to. Yeah, because you're not going to win as that pass is caught and then fumbled. Well, play later, they get it back anyway. Packer football. Fumble return to the 40, 1st and 10. So they luck out. This game's getting a little wild now. A little crazy. First off, is it a catch and a fumble or an incomplete pass? That's a catch. Yep, catch and fumble intended and caught by Brandon Ayuk. He caught it and then fumbled it. So 2 catches and then fumbles. And then another, questionable fumble, but it was forward progress. Yeah, you're not going to win that challenge. Of course, play later here, they cough it up anyway, so Packers are going to get it back 1st and 10, up 7-0, with about, 2.5 to play in the quarter. So, yeah, I'm sure they'll take a look at it in the meantime, because San Fran's going to have the right to challenge if they wish. Ball clearly was out, though. He was never down, but you can argue it wasn't a catch. It was a catch on the field, though, so you're going to have to find undisputed evidence to return that, which, you're not going to have, and it'll stand and be Packers 1st and 10, their ball up 7-0. So, yeah, just all over the place right now with everything going on. That was a very crazy sequence, to say the least, with 3 fumbles and change possession now. Once, twice, back to once, but really just twice overall, from Green Bay, and really 3 times, to be honest with you, from Green Bay to San Fran, and then I guess 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, depending how you look at it. The rest are right there, though. They're seeing everything we're seeing and making the right calls, it looks like. So, yeah, it was very crazy, to say the least. Fumble. Packers, 49ers, back to being Packers football. So, and that was on, 3 separate plays within a matter of a few minutes now. But Yeah. 1st and 10.
On every single play.
Well, it's going to be a 1st and 10 for whoever has the football. Because San Fran, remember, got the first down. It is a booth review. And Green Bay's defense still on the field. I don't know why. Because they could say incomplete. He clearly caught that, though, I thought. 1, 2, and then the ball's out. That's a catch. That's the thing. We don't even know what a catch is anymore. So how the hell do we know what's what if we don't even know what a catch is? The thing, you've got to find a speed of evidence to overturn. I don't think they're going to have it. That's a catch and a fumble. I don't know if the weather factored into that at all. I mean, the ball just got punched out. So unless it's windy, you know, it's not like I don't get how he could say that. Okay, both offenses and both defenses are out on the field right now. Nobody knows what the hell is going on. Here's the call. After review, it's incomplete. San Fran's going to maintain possession. Be 2nd down and 10. So they'll add, 5 seconds back on the clock, 3:03. It's their 2nd down or 3rd down for the Niners. This will give the Packers some fuel now. 3rd and 5 to get after Jimmy G. Force some pressure, force a few more mistakes. San Francisco got to capitalize off this, though, still. Remember, this goes back to the original fumble. And then we've had 2 cents, and they still have possession, 3rd and 5. That's a false start. Garoppolo looking to throw. He goes down in the sack. So they'll punt. So he's been sacked a few times now. Green Bay going to get the football back. They're going to have to drive the length of the field, though. I mean, that's the thing with the fumble, with field position. So they can't capitalize off a fumble. See if the Packers can capitalize off of another defensive stop. But remember, they turned it over the last time that happened. And then San Fran turned it over, kept it, though. But, you know, we move on. Punt up and away. And it'll bounce and fielded at the 15 by the Packers. The whistles are blowing for some reason. There was no fair catch. The ball bounced. Yeah, I don't know why the refs are trying to stop that. 1st and 10. They'll take a split screen commercial break real quick. But 2-2-2 to play in the quarter. 7-0 Green Bay. As they are, once again, 22-2 at home over the past few years, including undefeated this year, once again, as they still have not lost at home since Dennis Championship game last year. That's including the playoffs, of course, against the Bucs. And now here we are. Green Bay up 7. Going to try to take down their kryptonite in the 49ers. The team they have not been able to beat in the playoffs over the past decade. They haven't. So 1st and 10 from the 16. Adams in motion. Going to have trips down top of your screen. Hand off to A.J. Dillon. A.J. Dillon to the 20 for 4. 2nd down and 6. So after all that, with the 3 fumbles on as many plays and the review and a few more sacks and just very crazy sequence, once again, to say the least. Green Bay has the ball back, 4-yard run there, 2nd and 6. And from the 20, Rodgers under center. Dumps it off, and it's incomplete. No. That's incomplete. That's not a catch and another fumble. No. Good God, no. So incomplete, 3rd and 6. Now we've sort of slowed down a little bit. We've all settled down and settled into this game, it seems like, including us fans with the coaches and players and even the officials. But from the 20, 3rd and 6. Lucky 5-7. So if I'd have to guess, this play is going to go to the left. Rogers drops back, looks to throw, going to step up, avoids a sack, and incomplete, out past midfield, 4th down, and Green Bay on to punt. So yeah, both these defenses have taken over this game now after the opening touchdown drive by the Packers at the beginning of the game. 7-0, they'll punt again. Or actually punt for the first time, because remember the fumble, as this is their 3rd drive. Yeah. So, Green Bay on to punt. Get it up and away. It'll bounce at the 42 and be down at the 38. So 1st and 10. San Francisco from there, down by 7, 1:16 to play in the first.
This is Maya Titan. She's smiling because her small culinary supply store, Titan's Pans, is up and running. And this is NFL star Derrick Henry accidentally tagging Titan's Pans instead of his loyal fans. Which, very unexpectedly, has her business trending. And trending. And trending. And, oh my. And there goes the internet. Good thing Maya uses FedEx to help prepare for unexpected demand. Because you never know what's next.
Yo, roll it down. I am.
You don't need a call to listen to Sirius XM. We can listen anywhere. You know that.
What? Kevin Hart's loud.
Kevin, you can use your phone.
What?
Alexa, play Kevin Hart's Laugh Out Loud Radio on Sirius XM.
What? This is how I know you get money. I guess that was it.
Tonight, I'll be eating a petite filet with goat cheese fritters. Thanks. Captain Fear, what are you so afraid of? Spiders? Public speaking? Commitment?
Are good friends, and they have been co-workers for 8 years, 3 different stops. The Texans in 08, 09. These are all when Kyle was offensive coordinator. Matt LaFleur was the offensive assistant. Washington with the Falcons in 2015 to 16, and Kyle on the left went to the 49ers. Eventually, 2019, Matt LaFleur to the Green Bay Packers.
Toss near side, 1st and 10 from the 38, and nowhere for Mitchell to go. They bring him down the backfield for a tackle for loss, 2nd and long. Yeah, San Francisco's having trouble up front. This Packer front 4, front 7. Just has to be frustrating for him. 2nd and 12. Empty set, 5 wide. Garoppolo looking to throw down the middle. Has a man wide open in George Kittle, and it hit him in the hands. He balled with it, and he dropped it incomplete. And he knew it. You got to be kidding me, dude. My God, how the hell did you catch that? Wide open on a post down the middle of the 40. and right in the numbers, and Jesus Christ, you got to catch that. Hell, he would have probably been off to the races into the end zone for a touchdown if he would have caught that. Now you got a 3rd and 12. It's not Jimmy G, it's everybody else that's not doing their job. He's looking to throw. Oh, that pass over the middle, incomplete. And they'll punt. Yeah. It's not Jimmy G. Of course, yeah, he's been sacked, once or twice? Okay, but they can't protect him. And then his passes, along with not being able to run the football, just getting dropped. Like, he's not playing bad. It's just everybody else is playing worse than he is. So the Niners punt again to end the quarter. Green Bay going to have a return to the 12-yard line or so, it looks like. They'll have 15 seconds. They'll get one play here. 1st and 10.
Yeah, it turns out you guys give everyone great rates.
I'm aware.
Luke, how come this entire time we've been calling it the Petri price?
I've literally never called it that.
You call it the Rogers rate, which is cool. But it's a pretty accurate name when Stevie gets it too.
We offer great rates to fit anyone's budget.
You should just say that next time.
It's the first time I heard about it.
For surprisingly great rates that fit any budget, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or click to get a quote today.
For the 49ers on offense, 3 3-and-outs. 15 seconds left in the first quarter. Packers have it back, leading by 7 at their 17.
Officially from the 17, 1st and 10. Quick pass to complete to Jones. They'll get another play. He gets out of bounds. They want a 15-yard late hit. They're not going to get it. So they'll have a 2nd down and 7 from the 20. And clock rolls. So that'll do it for the opening quarter. They'll switch ends, and Green Bay's up 7. 7-0. Slow start by the Niners. They've had their chances. They just haven't been able to execute. Green Bay drove and scored in their opening drive. Turned it over. Punted. Back at it now. So, just as it was earlier, not a lot going on early. But hopefully it'll ramp up here before too long. If not, all right, so be it. Green Bay wins at 7-0 then. No, San Fran's going to give them a run for their money, give them money's worth. They still have them right where they want them at, no doubt about it. Like I said, it seems like we've settled into it. We have, but there's still a few that I don't know why they haven't. Just like I said earlier, hopefully it's just not one of those nights doesn't turn into a blowout. Because this game was close earlier when they met, but until you get some rhythm and momentum built up, and you execute off of it, capitalize. Like you're always stuck. You're always just treading water. So, yeah. 7-0. We'll see what Green Bay does. Hopefully the Niners can get a stop. Hopefully the Packers can score. I'd like to see some sort of, other than the, opening drive there for a touchdown. Some plays and some excitement being made. But, until we get there, here we are. So, there's not really much else to say there, isn't there? But, yeah, one way to find out. And of course, that's to continue to watch. So, once again, thanks for tuning in and listening. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. A nice aerial shot of Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. So, be what, 2nd and 7 for Green Bay here to begin the second?
Even though they allowed Green Bay to go right down the field on the opening drive, since then they've tightened up. And maybe they're certainly
They have, but they haven't done anything on offense, though, either. So, 2nd and 7 from the 20. Rodgers hands off. Aaron Jones gets to the 24 for 4. Well, 3rd and 3.
I don't think, Terry, you can say enough about the job Adam Stenavich has done, who's in charge of their run game and the offensive line with all these moving pieces, and yet they just keep on rolling.
Yeah, there's no doubt. He did a great job last year, and then this year, all the moving parts, and you just get these guys ready. It's not easy. Moving players like they did tonight. Really trying to make his first starting look.
3rd and 3 from the 24. Trips near side. Hard count almost got him to jump, but I think he got a false start. Yeah. So the hard count worked in reverse order against him. As it was on the Lizard. Alan Lazard slithered a little too soon. Yeah, it's a good call. So rather than 3rd and 3, they got a 3rd and 8. So that's going to change the play call, I would expect. Back of the 19. And green 19 said hut. Rodgers going to go down on the sack. So, since the opening touchdown drive, Green Bay has turned it over and now about to punt for the 2nd straight drive. Oh, he had DeGuara open in the flat near side. I don't know if it would have been enough for a first down now. And he would have had, looked like Lazard coming back for it. But Rodgers, not enough time to get rid of it. Takes a sack, 4th down, and they'll punt again. Whereas with San Fran, you know, they haven't done a damn thing on offense. They've had chance after chance, but, you know, drops or turnovers themselves have cost them. Punt field at the 30. And 49ers on the return for about 4. So it'll be first attempt 34. But we'll take another TV timeout, I guess. I don't know why, but yeah, we'll take another commercial break. So 7-0 Packers. They drove and scored. They turned it over. They've punted 2 straight drives. 49ers, punt, 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 punt. I don't know how many times I said that, but hopefully it doesn't equal how many times they're going to punt tonight. Hopefully we get moving here eventually with this game for both these teams and, you know, get some points scored, but yeah. Garoppolo's not playing bad, he's not. Everybody else around him just not playing good. They have to make some plays. They definitely got to find a running game. Definitely got to find a running game compared to Aaron Jones and the Packers. So, yeah. Packers up 7. See what the Niners got when we return.
That's again.
That's not all. You can extend it then for longer stuff.
Still flexing.
That's right. And it becomes a workspace. You can put your laptop here. You're sending an imaginary email.
Hey, Dad, dinner!
Hey, look who stopped by Daddy's office.
Wait, you work here?
Chevy Silverado with the available multi-flex tailgate. Find new flexibility, find new roads. Chevrolet.
There's my little nephew. He looks more like Dad every time I see him. Dad is old. Right.
So your message said you wanted to talk about insurance? I said I want you to talk about insurance. Well, most people know that bundling home and auto saves you money. Keep saying your words. But did you know that new customers who bundle and save with Progressive can save an average of $800? Sleeping baby. I love it too.
Want more stats? Just ask Siri. Who leads the league in receiving yards?
Break the football out of that ice cube. They're looking for their first down. Garoppolo looking for his first completion. That's not on him.
How you doing, big dog? What's up, Mike? 1st and 10, Garoppolo's pass, incomplete, 10 for Samuel. So we'll make it 2nd and 10. As arguably, I mean, this game here tonight with Jimmy G and Aaron Rodgers, you know, I mean, very well could be the final game, depending on the outcome, of the final time both Garoppolo and Rodgers suit up for the 49ers and Packers. Because who knows what's going to happen this offseason. 2nd and 10 handoff. Mitchell for about 2, maybe 3. With 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8. Yeah. Both these quarterbacks doing probably a little too much than they need to. Both these defenses, though, making stops. And yeah. Slow start. Play clock at 3. They get it off. Looking to throw. He's going to go down on the sack. I mean, at least Green Bay has a 7-0 lead. Because if not, we're not up to 0. And who knows what's going to happen then. At least they're up with a lead, 7-0. So yeah, Jimmy G goes down on the sack. Both quarterbacks now been sacked 4 total times. But, yeah, just very slow to start. Another punt for the 5th straight time. And on the 20 to 25 on the return, 1st and 10, Green Bay. We seriously need to take another TV timeout. Jesus Christ. Neither of these teams are doing a damn thing. Just keep rolling it. I don't think we need more. I think we need less timeouts. Less TV timeouts because, you know, these players will get in a groove. Get some rhythm build up. Rather than taking a break every 10 minutes. And then the cold builds up. It's only going to get colder. And like I said, it might snow in the second half sometime. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. But Green Bay now going to have to, once again, try to extend their lead. Because they haven't scored since their opening drive. Turnover and 2 punts afterwards. And all San Fran's on tonight's punt. So, yeah. 7-0.
Watching Prime Video, he realised he should follow his dreams. So he ordered a microphone with Prime next day delivery. Now the only thing he cared about conquering was his audience. Prime chose everything.
Pizza Hut stuffed crust is the custom-made crust good. Tops the stuff with over a half-pound of cheese. What are you so afraid of? Loving it? Original stuffed crust, just $12.99. Only from Pizza Hut. No one on Pizza Hut.
Verizon is going ultra, and so is your home internet. That's right, 5G is not just for phones. Welcome to 5G Home, with blazing fast 5G ultra-wideband now in many more cities.
I'm ordering pizza.
Yeah, I can eat.
What's our new address?
No. Look at that. Just plug and play. It's wireless home internet. See ya, cable. And look here. Mary's got 5G Home, too. Ultra-fast, ultra-simple, and 50% off with her unlimited plan. What do you say to that? Right. You enjoy that internet. Verizon is going ultra, so you can, too.
That makes anything.
Audiences love TV's powerful new drama. We have a great attention to detail. Why don't you want to come?
This is not who I am.
Your son is sick. I can help you.
We can do this. What other option do we have?
Whatever I can do to help my son.
The Clean Video, all new Monday on Fox. To watch anytime.
That offensive line trying to figure out some answers for Rashawn Gary, who came in with 3 sacks over his last 3 games, has 2 tonight. Career high and team best 9.5 during the regular season. After 7 sacks his first 2 years.
First and 10 from the 25 for the Packers, up 7 zip. And Rodgers going to hand off A.J. Dillon. He gets 3 yards. And that's the thing with his running game. It's 2 yards, 3 yards, maybe 4 or 5 if we're lucky. You know, defensive showdown. It's going to be low scoring. Very low scoring with how this game so far played out.
Well, they got Nick Bosa and Ebukam, who's on the sidelines, and they've got their rotation of Amenahu and then Jordan Willis opposite of him. They rotate this group pretty good, and even after they lost Nick Bosa last week in the second quarter, they still were able to get pressure.
From the 28, 2nd and 7, another handoff, A.J. Dillon. I mean, eventually, yeah, run the football, you're going to break one. You know, so, like, something's got to give eventually, you would think. I don't know what, but yeah, just, I mean, man, how much worse, how much uglier could it get? I know I said that earlier, and then that was sort of what got us out of the slow start, that trend we were in. So we'll see if it works again, but an empty set. And Roger, they're going to give him enough for first down. So maybe that's the spark they need right there. Under 10 to play in the half. 7-0 lead. New set of downs. Work some clock. Extend your lead. Score again before halftime. Hell, you might even get the ball back again before half, but I doubt it. We'll see. Just depends on how much time comes off now until then, of course. And what the Niners do then, too. But then San Fran, remember, is going to get the ball to begin the third quarter, so. From the 38, 1st and 10. Rodgers going to hand off Aaron Jones. Nowhere for him to go. It's tough to the line of scrimmage. He's 2nd down.
Next Level Chef is TV's #1 news show on Fox Wednesday. The mentors are fired up to win. Will Jordan's team go down in flames? Don't miss it all new. Next Level Chef this Wednesday only on Fox. 2nd and 11.
Second down. And Rodgers looking to throw. A step up. And he gets tripped up from behind by Nick Bosa, who takes him down on the sack. Be 3rd down. Wow. Just what defense is going to bend doesn't break when this game is on the line? Who's going to make, like I said earlier, big player 2 here might win you the game, along with the turnovers and special teams battle. Yeah. So 3rd and 12 now after the sack. From the 36, and they're empty. Play clock winding down. Timeout. Yeah. Probably a good decision. Burn one there. Got 2 left. 7-5-7 to play in the half. Plus 2-minute warning, but yeah. 3rd and 12 to come. Just quit with the damn TV timeouts with the commercial breaks, please. Jesus Christ, we've, I think, had more of those than we've had points and punts combined in this first quarter and a half. Yeah, NFL honors moved up a few days. Rodgers going to be your MVP for sure. Once again for the second straight year. Hard count not working. 3rd and 12. And out of the gun he gets the snap. Dumps it off on a screen to Jones. And he's going to break a tackle, stiff arm, still be brought down about 3 yards short. So 4th and short. They'll punt. No, you punt. You don't go for this. Why the hell are you going to go for it? Try to draw them off sides, call another timeout, or take the delay game, back them up 5 yards, punt from there. 4th and 2. And if I'm San Fran, just don't jump off sides. Yeah, don't run a play. I'd punt. I don't know what the hell you're going to do, because this might give them play clock at 3, 2, 1. Yeah, no, they're not snapping. That's the late game. Because that's going to give them a spark to potentially tie this game up. You don't want that. You just don't want to give it to them. Make them find it on their own. And delay game, 5 yards. They'll punt still. Or they'll now punt after almost going for it there. But they work some clock as well, so 7-0 Green Bay. Can really work the clock down to about 6:45 or so before they snap it. And they do just that. And nice big punt, gonna go out of bounds around the 20. So San Francisco going to get it back. Down 7. 1st and 10 from the 23. 3 timeouts and 2-minute warning. Going to try to tie this game up before halftime, and then they'll get the ball to begin the third quarter. But guess what? Another TV timeout. Jesus Christ. How many commercial breaks we're going to have in this game tonight? I mean, man, come on. What the hell? Makes sense, but no sense. I get it. You got to take a commercial break every once in a while, but not all the damn time. I mean, man, just maybe they're going to hold off and wait, and they'll stick with it on a few things late when the game's on the line. I mean, it really all just depends on who's broadcasting. And in my opinion, Fox, for NFL coverage, other than myself being a Steeler fan, yeah, I'm taking my Steelers on CBS at 1 or 4 o'clock. And if they play Thursday, Sunday, or Monday night, okay, so be it. Or even on Fox sometimes, depending on who they play. Fox, in my opinion, has the best for the game of the week for a crew, broadcasting with Buck and Aikman. And then it's actually ESPN for Monday night with Steve Levy, Louis Riddick, and Brian Greasy, followed by Sunday Night Football with Al Michaels and Chris Collinsworth. And then CBS with Jim Nantz, Tony Romo. One, really, because I can't stand Romo. I mean, Collinsworth compared to Tony Romo is like a god. I mean, Tony Romo, ever since he got into broadcasting, and I mean, yeah, big hire after he retired, but you know, Manning Cast just blows him out of the water to begin with. Plus, he got everybody else, and now Amazon is going to get into football next year. But now Romo was never a good quarterback to begin with. He's not really that good of a broadcaster. He is, but he isn't. especially when you have Joe Buck and Troy Aikman along with Levy, Riddick, and Greasy, Michaels and Collinsworth, in my opinion, all above them. So, yeah, none of these offenses have done a damn thing other than the opening Packer drive to go up and take an early 7-0 lead. Garoppolo dumps it off, incomplete, intended for Elijah Mitchell. Second down. So, like I said, depending on timing, what happens, Green Bay, well, they might get the ball back here, they might not. But we'll see what San Fran can do. A nice deflection at the line of scrimmage. That's why that pass was incomplete. The Packers might get the ball back before halftime. We'll see. But no, if Niners can drive and score, cut this lead, tie it up, get the ball to begin the third quarter, and then, do something then as well, a whole new ball game into the second half. And then you're putting pressure on Rodgers in the pack then, or vice versa, depending on what happens. Looking to throw is Jimmy G. That's going to be a little high, but still caught by Kittle. 1st and 10. See, he makes a catch like that, but he can't catch something, thrown to him when he's wide open and hit him right in the hands, but he can make a one-handed snag. Both feet in, that's a catch. 1st and 10. Nice grab by him. Yeah, that's a catch. Yeah, but Jimmy G put it only where his receiver could go up and get it, and he did just that and came down with it. So 1st and 10 from the 38. Yeah, they got to get Deebo Samuel going. He's in the backfield now. They'll hand off to him. And 1-9 to the 40 for 2, so 2nd and 8. If I'm San Francisco, just drive and get some points. It doesn't have to be a touchdown, just get some points, because you haven't done a damn thing on offense yet tonight. Just cut this lead. Get in field goal range for Robbie Gould. Score, bring them on for extra point, tie it up. Just get some points on the board. Yeah. But they need a spark. They do. So 2nd and 8 from the 40. And a spin move by Mitchell. He's going to break a tackle. And got some pushing and shoving. They'll mark him about a half yard short and be 3rd and inches. Yeah.
It's really kind of a dream come true. A night playoff game at Lambeau, 0 degrees. What more can you ask for? And for DeMondre Campbell, the all-pro, his one-year deal with the Pack. I love cold weather games when you can't feel your fingers and toes. You really find out who wants to play football.
Ain't that the truth? Who's going to want it more? 3rd and 1. Trent Williams in the backfield at fullback. And he goes in motion. They're going to run a toss. And that worked. They get the first down on the run. Williams was full speed out of the backfield on the motion. And just put a... Jesus Christ. He just lit him up. He just knocked him down and ran his ass over. So 1st and 10 from the 49. And a handoff for 2. He's 2nd down and 8. 3-3-3 and counting. Yeah, Green Bay's probably going to get the ball back. Yeah, watch this replay by Trent Williams. In motion, out of the backfield. Boom. Just, Jesus Christ. That dude's going to have a concussion if he doesn't have it already. Oh, my God. I'm surprised they didn't throw a helmet-to-helmet targeting on him on that, for God's sake. I mean, just a simple block, but just how he hit him, he laid the force into him for sure. Garoppolo play action. Shuffles it, and they get a first down. Wow, what a play. Just staying alive. And Mitchell gets to the 30. First and 10. They got one play before the 2-minute warning. Get some more yardage. Work off of that. And he should have been sacked a few times. And then he just steps up and shuffles it right there at the line of scrimmage. Yeah. Good no call on a legal forward pass. Yeah. First and 10 from the 31. And a toss near side. Mitchell, another run. Gets to the 25 for about 5.5, 6. And that'll take us to 2-minute warning. So, San Fran's best drive is ongoing. They'll have a second down and about 4 when we come back. 2-minute warning. Still got 3 timeouts down 7. So if they don't cut this lead or at least tie it up, I mean, come on now. And they'll also get the ball to begin the third quarter. But, one thing at a time first off. Whereas with Green Bay, because San Fran to this point hasn't done a damn thing on offense. It's been punt, 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 punt. The Packers scored on the opening drive. They went 75 yards in 5.5 minutes or so and scored a touchdown. Since then, they turned it over, punted a few times, and now their defense is backed up. Giving a big drive to the Niners here, and with a 7-0 lead, well, that might be cut in half or tied here before too long, before we know it. So, yeah. Knock on the door are the Niners. Mining away. Going to try to come back and tie this sucker up. At least, we're getting out of this slow, not dazed and confused, first half by any means. It's very slow. I mean, hell, though, it was 9-6 Bengals on top of the Titans at halftime earlier, as we had a touchdown and 3 field goals. All we have here is a touchdown. At least in that game, too, they had a 2-point attempt, but the turnovers are about split comparing the two, but yeah, punt, 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 punt for everybody. I mean, for too long, these punters are going to be exhausted, and they're going to be calling somebody out of the crowd to come punt. So we'll see. We'll see what happens here.
This week's best handoffs are brought to you by Intuit TurboTax Live. Hand off your taxes to an expert who can file it all for you and get the maximum refund guaranteed.
Be second down for the Niners with 2 minutes to play, 3 timeouts, and 2 minutes to play. Second and 4 officially. Yeah, they got to get Deebo Samuel more involved. No shit. Second and 4. And another toss. All these runs by the Niners are tosses. There's no simple handoff. Deebo Samuel on the give. He gets a first down. First and 10.
But when he came to San Francisco, they liked what he was able to do with the ball in his hands. I remember the first time I talked to Kyle Shanahan, he said he's like a running back when he catches the football yards after the catch. And so they started using him in that way with the jet sweeps. But it was the middle of the year, like you said, they started running him on the inside zone plays. And he is tough.
So from the 21, new set of downs, first and 10, and another empty set. Garoppolo, pass complete over the middle to Kittle. And he gets to the 8 for a first and goal. Now they're really knocking on the door. About to knock it over and tie this game up.
And there's just nobody there then. You think back now, that catch that he made along that sideline there on second down, that really ignited this drive, and this looks like something.
Green Bay actually called their second timeout, I guess, in the meantime. So late whistle. Going to give Rodgers some time, I guess, if they're going to get the ball back. Yeah. That's, of course, if they get the ball back. But yeah, we'll have first half stats and scores as always coming up at halftime here. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. But from the 9, first and goal after the Packer timeout. Kittle in motion. And Jimmy G on the give. And to the 4-yard line. This might be coming back, though, for a hold. There's a penalty on the play. Holding 10 yards, they'll replay down. Second and goal from the 19. Stupid. Penalties and turnovers, I tell you what, man, they kill you. Yeah, that's a good call. That opened up the hole and allowed them to get those 5 yards for a second goal at the 4, but it's coming back. Or make it first and goal at the 19. Yeah. They'll audible under center, now into the gun. And Garoppolo avoids a sack. Goes right back to the defender, I don't know why. Rolls out, and it's going to be picked off at the 3. Jesus Christ, dude. What the hell? Do neither of these offenses want to score points? Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's on him for sure. Turnover. He had him wide open in the end zone. He hit him a little too late, and Paz was behind, a little underthrown. Yeah. And then Adrian Amos on the interception. Penn State on Iowa. And Garoppolo with the INT. So first and 10 Packers, 56 seconds, a timeout, and the length of the field to go. From the 4, first and 10. Handoff, and Dillon for 2 yards. See if there are any hurry to do anything here. Probably not. I mean, you got a 7-0 lead. Now, unless San Fran wants to stop the clock, get the ball back, which they do call a timeout, all right. So, timeout 49ers, 44 seconds, be 2nd and 8 for the Packers. But yeah, that's a big mistake right there. Because if they would have got some points, because hell, they're already in field goal range. You know, score again early third quarter, whether that's still cutting it, you're down by 1, or tying it, taking the lead one way or another. I mean, you're putting pressure on them, but now you're putting more pressure on yourself. So 2nd and 8 from the 6. And a dump off to Jones. He gets to the 10, so we'll have a 3rd down from there. Clock's going to stop as well. So San Fran still has 2 timeouts. And a 3rd and 3 to come for the Packers. So San Francisco, unless Green Bay gets first down here, they're going to get the ball back. With 1 timeout and maybe some good starting field position, you still might be able to get in field goal range, but I doubt it. If I'm Green Bay, I'm just worried about getting a first down so they can't get the ball back. Because then you can run the clock. You don't want to do anything, you go into halftime. Rodgers step up, throws wide open. Aaron Jones at midfield, and he's off to the races. Inside the 30, 20, 15, down at the 14. They'll have a first down. 24 seconds in a timeout. You might want to call that timeout unless you're going to run up and, snap it. But, they call timeout. Their third and final. How the hell did he get wide open? Simple wheel route. Rodgers, pump fake, was going to tuck it and run. He had the defense just standing still. And a man wide open. And Jones able to bring it down, and off to the races he went. And now they got a 1st and 10 at the 14. So now, we might look back at that play down in the game. That's a turning point, With the interception, they drive the length of the field and scored before halftime. 10, 14, nothing. And then they get a stop, do more damage midway through the third quarter. Out of hand going in the fourth. Ball game then at that point. Okay, so they add a few seconds back on the clock. Green Bay called the third and final timeout. Empty set 5 wide, 1st and 10 from the 14 with 26 seconds to play. 7-0. Got to get points now, Green Bay. Rodgers, strip sack, ball's out, and clock's going to roll. You got to get back and spike it if you recovered. San Francisco has it. They recovered. Clock's rolling. Yeah, you got to just get up there and spike it and kick the field goal. And they will do just that. I don't know why San Fran didn't call a timeout to give them a chance to look at it. Yeah, who recovered that? Because if San Fran recovered that, that's their football. It's a strip sack. That's a fumble. And then who recovered it? The refs obviously said Green Bay did. I don't know who did. Green Bay snapped it, spiked it 3 seconds. Crosby on for a field goal from, where are they at? About a 38, 39-yard field goal. Now we're going to have a timeout to ice them, even though it's already ice cold in Green Bay. So Austin, 3rd and 16. 3 seconds for a field goal to end the half. But San Fran came up with a football there. It looked like. But what will they do, to end the half? Exactly nothing. But Mason Crosby on for end of first half field goal from 38 yards. To make it 10-0 Green Bay at halftime. So, exciting start and finish to the half. Everything else in between's been very slow. Kicks blocked. Field goal blocked. And that'll end the half. Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. All right. So, yeah. What the hell just happened in this first half? Other than what we just saw to start and end it? And the answer is nothing. Yeah, kicks blocked. No return. But that's momentum now for the Niners going into the half, coming out into the second half. Going to get the ball. Still going to try to, of course, tie the game up, if not cut it. With a field goal, make it 7-3, 7-7. If I'm San Francisco, just get this game to the fourth quarter right now. You get this game to the fourth quarter, who knows how it'll go. Be a whole new ball game, to say the least. But, no. Okay, San Francisco allowed Green Bay to drive and score to begin the game, 7-0. And that's your halftime score as well right now. Green Bay had a fumble, as did San Francisco on that same back-to-back drive there. But the Niner fumble was reviewed. It was incomplete. Green Bay ended up getting the ball back, but after the touchdown and the fumble, Green Bay punted a few times. San Francisco punted every single time until the end of the half here when they threw that interception, and then allowed Green Bay almost go 96 yards and score. It was a 3rd and 3, if I'm not mistaken. Rodgers had Aaron Jones wide open down the near sideline, and they have a 1st and 10 at the 14. A fumble once again. They recover it. They spike it. Kick the field goal, but it's blocked. So, yeah, I think we're going to look back at for the most part, once we hit a final score here, another half football to be played, the end of this crazy first half we just saw. It's cold. It's low scoring. There's not a lot going on. It's a defensive showdown. Turnovers and, special teams a little bit, but not by much. Yeah. That's why I said, what the hell just happened? Because San Francisco was driving. They looked to, be a second or two away from cutting the lead or tying it up. Give Green Bay the ball back with, a timeout and some time to do something before halftime again. Which that still happened, but that's not how it happened. They turned it over. Both teams dodged big bullets, to say the least. The big drive, and they turn it over. But, Green Bay drives, and then the kick's blocked. So your halftime score is 7-0. The Packers are up 7 on the Niners here at halftime here tonight. Jimmy Garoppolo's 3-9, 43 yards passing and interception. He's been sacked 3 times, as have Aaron Rodgers, but he's 12 of 16, 170 yards passing. I mean, the rushing attack has come along a little bit. Both teams pretty evenly balanced there, I guess you could say. Elijah Mitchell has 7 carries, 21 yards rushing. Deebo Samuel, 4-13. They really got to get him more involved if they're going to have a chance. I mean, they still have a chance, still have a pulse, still got another half of a play. They're only down 7. They just need a play or two, to go their way. They need to fully execute a drive from start to finish. They had that last one there, and then they turned it over. They're starting to play a little bit better, and they have Green Bay right where they want them at. Green Bay needs to do a lot more, no doubt about it. And they're really lucky to have that opening touchdown to begin the game, because if not, I mean, we're deadlocked at 0 right now at halftime, and it's even worse than it is right now. So, yeah, the rushing, it's pretty evenly matched. Mitchell 7-21, Samuel 4-13. A.J. Dillon has 7 carries, 25 yards rushing, and the lone touchdown. And Aaron Jones 5-20. Kittle has 2 catches, 27 yards. Probably should have a couple more. And then Mitchell 1 catch, 16 yards. Whereas Aaron Jones, because 75 came on that last drive before the blocked field goal, he has 6 catches, 120 yards receiving out of the backfield. And then it's Davante Adams. That's the lone receiver Aaron Rodgers thrown to. At least for a completion. He's targeted a few other guys, but drops, incomplete. Davante Adams has 5 catches, 50 yards. So, yeah, 7-0 Green Bay at halftime. I mean, for both of these teams, just continue to run the football. More than you have, of course, work some clock. Get this game to the 4th quarter. Hopefully win the turnover battle, because we've seen on how many fumbles, along with that interception by Jimmy G. What defense is going to bend doesn't break when the game's on the line? That's what this game is going to come down to. What defense is going to bend but doesn't break? Who makes a big play or two on offense? The turnover battle, and special teams. I mean, a blocked field goal, that's special teams. It doesn't always have to be in the return game. Yeah, special teams might be the difference along with that big play or two offensively. Nobody's really, taken a shot or two. They haven't. Nobody's taken a deep shot. It's always been, so far at least it has been just simple dump offs, short pass for Rodgers to Adams or Jones, for God's sakes. And Garoppolo to, it's Kittle, but they're getting Deebo Samuel into it a little bit. They need to get him, more involved. They're going to show some highlights from earlier now with the Bengals and Titans. The game-winning field goal for Cincy, 19-16. As they'll either go to either Buffalo or Kansas City now next week for this championship game. Yeah, what a game that was. That was 9-6 at halftime. Here we are 7-0. So 6-minute game. We should have an exciting second half, I would think, to say the least. Yeah. Crazy. We just saw a crazy end of the first half. Crazy sequences all over the place here tonight with nothing really coming out of it. Nobody's been able to execute. Nobody's been able to, capitalize and do what they want with it. So until, once again, they get rolling and get settled down and settled in, here we are, just hopefully it gets a little bit better than it is. At least it's on a blowout like it was last Saturday night. But in the meantime, we're going to get some action in anyway. So, yeah, just, man. He does.
I like the way he plays. I love the way he dresses. They got to protect him better. Nice acts today.
And he can show it with wins. He's not going out showboating and then they lose all the time like a few other quarterbacks. Yeah. How long does it last for, though? Because, Cincinnati with quarterbacks, it's like a decade at best. And he's already in year 2, so I don't know. The number 9 and the number 8 recently, for some reason, I've been coming up for myself a lot lately. I don't know why. Yeah, so I really don't know what that has to do with anything, but yeah, here we sit. Just somebody's gonna have to do something. Somebody's gonna have to step up. Somebody's gonna have to make some plays. Until somebody does something, we're just gonna enjoy what we, can, and surely not much right now with these 49ers and Packers tonight, but oh well, what can you do? So yeah, 49ers going to get it to begin the half, down 7 as the Packers lead it 7-0 on top of the visitors from the Bay Area. Just once again, thanks for tuning in and listening. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below. The thumbs up button. Share. Chat questions and comments. Super chats, super stickers. Always great appreciated as well. And we'll get this second half rolling here in a second.
He knows what you think. He knows what you care about. This job is not for the faint of heart, and he's ready for it. He's grown up here. He connects with people on a different level. He doesn't let the obvious go unsaid. It's Waters' world, and we all live in it. Waters has entered a whole new world.
Jesse Waters is in prime time because common sense makes sense.
Mom.
Today's kickoff is presented by Intuit TurboTax Live. Hand off your taxes to an expert who will do your taxes for you and get you the maximum refund guaranteed.
And guess what? As we begin this second half, it's starting to snow. So add snow to this very slow game. Yep. Said come second half sometime, it might be snowing. Here we are, 10 o'clock. Snow's on the way. So I don't know how it's going to help or hurt either of these teams right now, but we'll see. Yeah, man, that's really coming down. All right. The big question is it going to stick? Is it going to be enough to stick? Because it's cold and it's coming down. It keeps up. It eventually should get an inch or two on the field, you would think, by the end of the game. Deebo Samuel on the return. That's exactly what the Niners need. He gets to midfield on the opening second half kickoff, 1st and 10 Niners. They got to capitalize off that now, though. You know, until they do, you know, they're still going to be down. Yeah. Talk about getting him more involved. Well, there you go. While on the special teams aspect. There he is. You know, they're going to have to find a running game with him and Mitchell. Garoppolo's going to have to make some plays. No turnovers. No turnovers for either team. So from midfield, 1st and 10 to begin the half. And a toss. Mitchell going to get 4.5, 5 yards on that run. Second down and medium. Yeah, that snow's really coming down. Shit, that's going to be sticking by the fourth quarter. Does anybody know if Lambeau has heat underneath the turf? I don't think they do, because remember the last time they had snow, it would have been, I mean, to a major effect when they played the Titans last year at home on a Sunday night. And that field was covered. But I think it had snowed for the most part, like all weekend long. They had a snow game against Seattle, but the field was fine because they had everything, you know, cleared before kickoff. Now here we are, second half. It's just now starting, so it keeps up. Yeah, come fourth quarter, it's gonna get ugly. From the 41, 3rd and 1, handoff, 1st and 10 Niners. Nice 5-6 yard run there. All right. So new set of downs and move the 6, 1st and 10. Just don't do anything stupid. You got another good drive going. Don't turn the damn ball over. Oscar on the audible. And they'll run a toss to the Wienermobile near side. And Mitchell gets 2 yards. Second down and 8. Snow continuing to fall. Not sticking just yet, but it's coming down. said, who knows how much of a factor that's going to be in the second half. It's already cold, but now you got precipitation. And so, with as many turnovers as we've already had, for God's sakes, I mean, just wait. 2nd and 9 from the 35. Quick bubble screen complete to Deebo Samuel. You get your playmakers ball in space. They do just that, and he gets down inside the 20 for 1st and 10 at the 17. Yeah. Keep getting him the ball. Line up the damn quarterback, for God's sakes. Let him make some plays. Let him throw the fucker. Run a double pass. He threw, what was that, last week or a week before? I think, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was last week against Dallas. Maybe both, because they played the Niners. They played the Rams the previous week to get in the playoffs. They beat them in overtime. So 1st and 10 from the 17. Garoppolo going to hand off. And another give to Samuel for about 6, maybe 7. So 2nd down and 4, okay. 2nd and 4 from the 12 for the Niners. And another handoff, Elijah Mitchell, nice big stiff arm. And he's going to get a 1st and goal inside the 5 at the 3. Got a flag on the play, though. This might be coming back for a hold. Yeah, that's a 15-yard face mask on the offense. Yep, on the run, rather than a stiff arm, he grabbed onto his face mask and didn't let go. That is a big penalty. You know, just one thing or another is holding them back right now. They got to get over that hump. If they can, they'll be all right. But this snow, once again, is continuing to come down. Second and 14. $10 and counting to play in the 3rd quarter. Play clock at 3. Got to get set. Got to get the ball. Have to delay a game. They'll give it to them. They throw the flag late, though. That's a penalty. They'll replay the down regardless of what just happened. It was a pass complete near side to Jennings, but they'll blow it dead and be 2nd and 19. Yeah, that's a delay game. That's a good call. Yeah, they did get set there, but then, well, it was either a delay game or a false start. Or they do say illegal formation. The tackle was covered up. Couldn't see him. So another 5-yard penalty regardless of what it was. 2nd and 19. And then Trent has left leg hobbling a little bit. Hopefully he's okay. They're going to need him to protect Jimmy G, to say the least. Got a 2nd and 19 now after a few back-to-back penalties back at the 26. Empty set, 5 wide. Garoppolo almost picked off. Ooh. That would have been a pick 6. I thought he picked it off first off. Yeah. And then it was caught by Mitchell for a few. It'll be 3rd and long. That should have been picked off for sure. Very wobbly pass as well from Garoppolo. Snowy Green Bay Saturday night NFL playoffs. As it is also 0 degrees. 3rd and Austin, 3:16 from the 23. Screen to Deebo near side. Somehow he's going to get to 11 after all that. So here comes Robbie Gould. At least they're in field goal range and they don't convert. No turnovers. The penalties back them up, but at least they have a chance to kick it, to cut this lead now, because they're still scoreless. They still have a big goose egg on the scoreboard. They're down by 7. It's 7-zip. And now injured Niner. That is Deebo Samuel, who's hurt, who is their one and only player who's done a damn thing for him all night other than a few stops on defense. So that's not good for them, to say the least. Hopefully he's okay. They're going to take a TV timeout with the break here, but oh, he took a big hit right there. That's probably why. Probably just got the wind knocked out of him with the cold. And yeah, he got up and then fell back down. Yeah, he just got the wind knocked out of him with the cold. Now it's snowing, and he's doing it all for him. I mean, yeah, eventually you're going to crack. But 49ers are going to have to settle for a field goal. TV timeout, commercial break here. Once again, thanks for tuning in and listening. But 7-0 Packers. With Robbie Gould, who's been good as gold, as a kicker coming out of Penn State, Lock Haven native himself. Longtime vet for the Bears, who should have never got rid of him. The Giants for the rest of that year when they did, back in 2014, 15, 16 sometime around there. And then he's been to San Fran ever since, of course. He's never missed a kick in the playoffs, and he's kicked in a couple Super Bowls. Lost them both back down in South Beach with the Bears and Niners, but yeah, he's going to be on for a field goal here coming up to cut this lead to 4, 7-3, but got an injury timeout in the meantime. So yeah, just once again, thanks for tuning in and listening. It's been a all right afternoon into evening for NFL football for the playoffs. Slow night though, with how this game's gone. I mean, it's been an exciting couple sequences, but nothing major. We're going to roll on one way or another. We're going to get through the night whenever we hit a final score here, but yeah, just the weather's playing a big factor now. Even with the cold, now it's snowing, so we'll see come fourth quarter how bad it will get, but okay, he'll be all right. Yeah, he's got the wind knocked out of him, it looked like. Just big hit, yeah, right to the gut. So yeah, here comes Robbie Gould for a field goal. This is going to be from about 30. Kicks up and good. 7-3 Packers. So at least they get on the board with the Robbie Gould field goal. 7-3 Green Bay.
He's in enormous pain. You could tell just watching him as he paced up and down that sidelines before going over to the bench and sitting down. You see Garoppolo, everybody.
Yeah, everybody checking on him, make sure he's all right, because he is their offense right now. He'll be all right. He'll get back out there. But that probably should have been a touchdown drive. Yeah, the penalties, just as the interception before halftime killed him. Penalty is right there, killed him. So third time to charm, maybe next time they get the ball. At least Robbie Gould able to kick field goals for him. He does just that. So with 8:14 to play in the third quarter, Green Bay 7, San Francisco 3. And the Packers are going to get it now for the first time this second half. So Rodgers and the Pack on offense, they haven't touched the ball since just prior to that blocked field goal before halftime. So, I mean, you're looking at a good probably almost half hour of real time since they've had the football. From the 5 on the return, Amari Rodgers to the 32, 1st and 10 Green Bay from there. I mean, field goal, okay, back to a 7-point lead. Not saying it's going to be enough, but they, of course, held on to a 7-0 lead for how long now? Touchdown to make it an 11.2 possession lead, making San Francisco need a... okay, Tony Stewart's joining the Fox NASCAR crew with Boyer and good old Mike Joy himself. That should be interesting. All right. As he will replace Jeff Gordon, who is back with Hendrick. Rogers going to roll out near side. Was going to heave it, take a deep shot. Nobody there, incomplete. Threw it in the ground near side. Intended for Adams. So 2nd and 10, 8 minutes on the dot to play this third quarter. Yeah, so they're starting to rev up the engines, promote some NASCAR. With the week before and the week after the Super Bowl, we got a few NASCAR races. But, and then their season will be in full swing by the end of the month, about a month from now. No, as I was saying, as Rogers will once again get the snap, 2nd and 10 from the 32. Pump fakes, steps up, gets rid of it, caught and dropped at midfield by DeGuara, 81, as tight end. So 3rd and 10. Yeah, no, if they score a touchdown on this drive, go up 11, you make San Fran down 2 scores, score a touchdown, go for 2, have to get it, and then kicking our field goal just to tie it up 14. Late third, fourth quarter, I mean, when they don't really have much going for them to begin with, I mean, that's a lot to ask for them at that point. 3rd and 10 from the 32, but this Niner defense getting stop after stop. An empty set, Rodgers going to step up, just dumps it off, yeah. Both these defenses playing good coverage tonight. They're giving the short, quick dump-off passes. Nothing deep. There's been maybe 1 or 2 men wide open, downfield, but then they've been dropped. I mean, nothing severe for moving the football. Green Bay is lucky to have their 7 that they scored on their opening drive now because San Francisco has their 3. Because then the Packers have that blocked field goal. Since then, they haven't even been able to get in field goal range either. So that's just where we are. It's just we're at a standstill with not a lot going on. And Green Bay on to punt. They do just that. Very low lining catch. And a return to the 28. 1st and 10 for the Niners from there with 7:02 to play in the third quarter. San Francisco going to try once again to cut the lead, or hell, for the first time all night, take it and try to hold on to it in the fourth quarter. That's what I said. Both these teams just try to get this game into the fourth quarter. If you can do that, you'll be all right. Be a whole new ball game at that point. But yeah, we'll see what happens here.
Let me guess, a Big Mac?
What's that?
Where's my Big Nugget, Dad?
Waffle nugget.
I can literally see it.
Enjoy your take classes for $6 off a Big Mac with 10-piece chicken McNuggets for a limited time at McDonald's.
Around the corner, you'll find the American dream hard at work. You'll find the food that brings us together and the stuff that makes life beautiful. And just around the corner, you'll find the UPS store too, helping them every way we can. We're in the business of keeping you in business with printing, packaging, shipping, all designed to get you in, out, and on your way. So you can be stronger, be smarter, be unstoppable. Just around the corner, the UPS store.
Son, it's time we had the talk. No, Dad. T-Mobile has more 5G bars.
But in the meantime, San Francisco is still going to have to do something. San Francisco is still going to have to do something. If not, well, then more power to Green Bay. But if they do, well, then Green Bay is going to be up shit creek without a paddle because they haven't done a lot since the start of the game. And then if they do lose the game, it's going to go back to, well, yeah, no shit, you didn't do enough, in between everything to, figure it out to, find a way to win. But I think this is going to come down to the wire. It's going to be a very interesting finish, to say the least. But yeah, we'll see what gives. So 1st and 10 for the Niners. Snow still coming down. From the 28, Garoppolo under center. And fake the give. Got to step up. Dump it off. Almost picked off again. Incomplete. He's all right. He's out there right now as it is. He's okay. Second down and 8 from the 28. And Garoppolo another toss near side. Mitchell to the 33 for 5, so 3rd and 5. 6:48 and counting to play in the third quarter. 7-3 your score. Very low scoring. This has to be one of the most low-scoring playoff games we've seen in quite a while. Weather aside, just not a lot going for either team. Not a lot going for either of them. Garoppolo looking to throw. He's going to go down the sack, so they'll punt again. Green Bay's getting the ball back with a 4-point, 7-3 lead here in the third. And San Francisco punts. Fair catch to the 28. 1st and 10. Rodgers and the Packer offense from there. 7-3, 5:28 to play in the third quarter. And guess what? Yeah, we're going to take another TV timeout for the hell of it. Oh, my God. I have no idea why the hell they're running with as many commercial breaks there are here tonight. Just let these players play. Eventually something's going to click, and then we'll get some action. You keep taking a timeout one after another. Yeah, it's going to slow down, and then players rest up, make some stops. And yeah, this is how it's going to be the rest of the way until somebody makes a play or two. Rodgers walking dogs now. I'll have to call him up. And the Corgi is a spirit animal. Of course it is. No. Yeah, we'll get back to the action here momentarily, but just, man, this, not necessarily boring, this is a little hard to watch. There's been a few good sequences, but as soon as you have your highs, everything, turns to low. And then until you get back up on top and have that high, it's not as easy as lighting one up. It's taken a little while. So, yeah. I don't really know what to say. I don't. This is just a little mind-boggling. I don't think really anybody thought this is how this game would be, playing out right now. Arguably, they probably should be demoted to the USFL with that commercial for the hell of it. But, no, they're here for a reason. You got two good teams banging heads. And that's why it's as hard-fought, low-scoring as it is right now. Nobody wants to give in. Nobody wants to give up. Why should you? You've gotten to this point for a reason. You want to keep winning because it's win or go home. And if Green Bay wins, they'll host the NFC Championship game next week against the winner of either the Rams, they already beat at home, this year, or the Buccaneers, who they lost to twice, home and away, including the NFC Championship game last year. Now, if San Francisco wins, they'll go to either LA or Tampa Bay, as did Cincinnati earlier. Now they'll either go to Buffalo or Kansas City next week, depending on what happens tomorrow. So 1st and 10 from the 28 for the Packers. And Rodgers out of the gun. Quick pass complete near side. Davante Adams. He's been the only receiver who has a catch, other than Davante Adams, who I'm speaking of, and then Aaron Jones out of the backfield. You know, I said earlier, you know, somebody has to step the hell up. Nobody has. You know, I mean, I get you're without Mercedes Lewis, or excuse me, not Mercedes Lewis. He does have a target, but then that was that fumble from earlier. They need to go their tight ends more, and Lewis and DeGuara. There's a toss to Aaron Jones, who's going to get about 2.5, 3 right there at the first down marker. I don't know if he's going to have enough for first down. Now they'll be about half yard short, 3rd inches. No, they got to go. To as with no Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Got to go to the Lizard, Alan Lazard. Got to go to St. Brown. But keep in mind, Randall Cobb. Where the hell has he been? It's been Aaron Rodgers to Davante Adams and Aaron Jones. That's the Packer offense. Whereas the San Francisco offense has been, you know, Jimmy G, Elijah Mitchell, and Deebo Samuel. It's been about, you know, 5-6 players that have controlled this game, along with this both these defenses making stops. There's a handoff to Jones. He gets a first down. They'll move the sticks under 4 to play in the 3rd, so 4.73 lead for the Packers here. But yeah, if, you know, like I said, San Francisco can hold them to a field goal, 7-point deficit again, okay, you're good. You allow them to score here, you're down 11, 2 scores. You're going to need, of course, touchdown and 2-point field goal just to tie the sucker up in the 4th quarter when you don't have a lot going on as is. So, you know, Green Bay scores here. This game might be over. Even with it still just being 7-3. Handoff, and Jones gets about 5-6 up the middle. All right. Run the football. They'll work the clock. And see if they can end up continuing this drive and score some points. So 2nd and 5 from the 44. And a give to Jones. Yeah, another 3rd and short. Keep running it. Work the clock. You don't have to snap this until under 2 minutes to play in this 3rd quarter. And the snow's still coming down, I might add. It's not as bad as, you know, probably could be, but it's still coming down. And hell, you can't really even tell that it is snowing unless they're really zoomed in, because with how, you know, good, you know, TVs are nowadays, from the TV angle, you know, side to side. They hand off, 1st down run on 3rd and short, move the sticks, work the clock again. They'll keep this till at least the end of the quarter, early 4th, with a, you know, 4-point, if not larger lead into the 4th. But, yeah, just keep running the damn football. Rodgers, why don't you air it out and take your deep shot you've wanted been, you know, taking all night that you haven't yet. Deep shot wouldn't be bad right now, at the end of the quarter, early 4th, from about midfield. Why the hell not? Just don't turn it over. And Rodgers will fake the give. Down the middle, has a man, Davante Adams to the 24. Okay. Other than the wheel route that Jones ran prior to halftime, is wide open on. Wasn't a deep shot, he was wide open, but That play and then this play. Two biggest offensive plays for the Packers all night. You know, their opening drive that went for 7, that was just consistency. They were able to first down, just move the ball and score. You know, since then, they've been trying to get, you know, big plays, but really haven't, you know, because San Francisco's defense is playing so good, as is Green Bay's. So that's why San Francisco can't do a damn thing. That's why we're, you know, sitting at 7-3 here at the end of the third quarter. They'll have to call a timeout. So if the burn one, 33 seconds to play in the third quarter here, 1st and 10. Got one more snap here before the fourth. Why don't you take a deep shot? You know, what's wrong with the cold? Yeah. Cold and sports go hand in hand. Yeah. With cold as it is, and then snow's still coming down, but it's not sticking. That's the thing I was questioning earlier. I didn't know if it would stick. Which I know it does and has before, and it will, but not right now. It's not. Not at least right now. But I said, let's get this game to the fourth quarter, and then we'll see. You know. And take deep shot now, early fourth quarter. From the 24, handoff, fake the give. Actually, Rodgers going to roll out near side. And has Adams, he pointed to him, too. Got a penalty flag on the play. This may be coming back. He pointed to him right as they broke the huddle. And pointed to the near side, to the right. And that's where he went with it. Hit Adams for first down at the 10. So 1st and 10, Green Bay. But we got a defensive hold. 5 yards end of the catch and run. First down, Packers. Now they don't even have to snap before the end of the quarter. They can take a 11-point, 14-3 lead early fourth, and, you know, good luck for San Francisco coming back on at that point. Yeah, they did. I totally forgot about that. They did call that timeout. That's right. I would remember that when I would have looked at how many timeouts are remaining for both the teams in a little bit, but not right now. So from the 19, 1st and 10, a dump off on the screen near side. Jones he's lucky enough to get back. They push the pile. He's going to get about a yard. Okay, so they'll have a 2nd and 9 to begin the fourth as he hands off to the ref. But to close the quarter, Green Bay still on top by 4, 7-3. We had a 7-point first, 0-point second, 3-point third, 15 minutes to play in this fourth quarter with seasons on the line for both the 49ers and Packers. Survive in advance, win or go home. Packers win, they host Sam's championship game for the 2nd straight year. They lose and the 49ers win, San Fran will either go to LA once again, place they just won at a few weeks back in week 18, or to Tampa Bay. But knocking on the door are the Packers. And, if they can, San Francisco force a kick, okay, they're all right, down 7 again. All they need is a touchdown to tie it up. They come close on their last few drives. I'm punching in. Interception, then the field goal, all right. Third time might be a charm, though. But if they give up a touchdown, you're down 11, you need a touchdown on 2-point, along with a field goal just to tie this game up, mid-late fourth quarter then, when you don't really have a whole hell of a lot going on as it is. I mean, good luck. That's a lot to ask for then at that point. But gonna have to figure out a way, find a way, do something. Surprisingly, and knock on wood, with all the turnovers we had, fumbles and interceptions in the first half, we didn't have a single one there in that third quarter, which is a little bit of a surprise. The running games have come alive. We've seen Rodgers play better than Jimmy G, as thought. I mean, the weather with the cold, now the snow, it's not really playing that big of a factor. We'll see over the next 15 minutes of gameplay, though, how and if it does. But San Fran, once again, going to have to continue to run the football and work Deebo Samuel into the offense. I mean, hell, they couldn't even capitalize off of a fumble. They couldn't even capitalize, as Green Bay couldn't even capitalize off their interception. Remember, the field goal was blocked just prior to halftime. They couldn't even capitalize off their own.
Visit Harper's, downtown State College.
Big special teams return that they had to begin the half. You know, like San Francisco's going to have to find a way. Green Bay, they're going to want a touchdown on this rather than field goal because they know they'll have some breathing room. They'll be all right. But if you kick it, San Fran, I mean, kick it or score a touchdown, 49ers still got a chance till this game's over, of course, but it could be a little bit harder. Yeah, that shows it all, I think, right there. No, but who's going to step up on offense here for the Packers? Is it going to be one of the tight ends, Lewis or DeGuara? What about, as it's been Adams and Jones? You know, why not Lazard? Why not St. Brown? Why not Randall Cobb? Rodgers, pass complete to Adams near side. So, 3rd and about 4, 5-yard gain there. Another big hit, but, you know, maybe they're just waiting to get through this game, and then they'll really air it out next week and, you know, just find a way to win, too. That's when, you know, they might, you know, as I would think, get Valdez-Scantling back. I believe he has a knee injury, if I'm not mistaken. Empty set, 3rd and 4 from the 13. Rodgers, quick pass complete near side, and Alan Lazard, the Lizard, on a catch. And a 1st and goal now for the Green Bay Packers. Back to the run game now. No, but if you win, you know, whoever you're going to play next week at home, because if you do win, you'll have another home game with home field for what you did in the regular season. It's the number 1 seed. Keep them guessing on who's going to get the football. And then you catch them off guard, and then you beat them, and then you get the Super Bowl. So 1st and goal for the Pack. Rodgers smiling at the line of scrimmage from the 7. And they'll run Aaron Jones. He'll get to the 4 on a 3-yard run. Work the clock. Just punch it in. You score a touchdown, this game's over. You have to kick a field goal, they still got a chance. They're still going to have a chance to kick. If you score a touchdown, it's going to be a little bit harder once again. Because they're going to have to be quick. And Green Bay not playing great, but good enough here tonight. Just finding a way to win. Find a way to have a lead first off, and going to find a way to hold on to win. So from the 5, 2nd and goal. And got a late whistle. Maybe a delay game. False start. Penalty on the play. Be a 5-yard penalty. 2nd and goal from the 10. Yeah, false start on the Packers. 5 yards, I'll replay it down. 2nd and goal from the 10. Yeah, guess not. Well, it was the right tackle. Yeah, 75. Yeah. So 2nd goal from the 10. Rodgers, pass complete to Jones for 2. So 3rd and goal from the 8. San Fran, if they can get the hell off the field on defense here, force a kick. I mean, man, I tell you what. Green Bay offensively, I mean, there's questions there then. You know, like, what the hell? Like, how can't you punch this in? But you got to give credit where credit's due. If they can keep themselves in this game and then find a way to come back and tie it, you know, Empty set. 5 wide. Rodgers from the 8. Going to go down the sack, so they will force a kick. Wow. Here comes Crosby for a field goal. Well, keep in mind, with that opening drive touchdown, should have a touchdown here, but they're going to have to kick it. Be 10-3 with a make. Remember, they had a field goal blocked prior to halftime. They have that already up 10-3. You don't need a touchdown here. You can settle for a 3 and go up 13-3. You know, ball game then too, because they are down 10. That's double digits. They're going to need 2 scores to come back and beat you, let alone tie it up. So Crosby from 33 yards out, kicks up and good. So 10-3 Green Bay with 11:27 to play. 10-3 Packers on top of the 49ers, 11:27 to play. San Francisco, they need a touchdown to tie this thing up. We'll see if they can. Past 2 drives, they've come close to scoring touchdowns. Remember, just prior to halftime, it was picked off. And then Green Bay, of course, just went on a big drive here after their field goal when they cut it 7-3. And they get a field goal of their own. So they trade back and forth. It's 10-3 and back to a 7-point lead. As it was for, you know, a half of football and then some. You know? So 11:27, San Fran's going to have to go. They're going to have to get a good drive going here, score, because if they don't, this game is probably over with. And then Green Bay, of course, will win. But and if they win once again, they'll host either the Rams or the Bucks next week. 49ers somehow come back and win this game, they'll play at either LA or Tampa Bay. But here tonight, we'll get back to the action momentarily. 49ers going to get back. Down 7 again, 10-3. Your score with the Packers on top. Just once again, thanks for tuning in and listening. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below.
And if you listen to those who said you need an art degree, you never would have perfected the street look that made him a street legend. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a lion. Modelo, root for those who have fighting spirit.
What if your resume was more?
Got to get Deebo Samuel in the
What if it could have done?
mix. Jimmy G's going to have to make a play or two. Can't turn it over. Got to get a few big runs with whoever is going to be toting the rock. I mean, receiving-wise, I mean, you would think Kittle, yes. But what about Jennings or Brandon Ayuk? Because they have next to nothing tonight. So somebody's going to have to step the hell up. But, yeah. In the playoffs. He's winless against the Niners in the playoffs. He's beaten the regular season a few times. There's A-Rod in the crowd. We sure that's Alex Rodriguez? A-Rod is in the crowd here tonight in snowy, cold Green Bay at Lambeau Field, watching the Niners and Packers in this NFL playoff. Sure, he could give some juice to the Niner offense right now, but yeah, 0 degrees and snowy. Jimmy G, here's your, tenure with the Niners. It's on the line right now. You drive them downfield, tie this game up, somehow come back and win it. They'll want to keep you for a little bit longer, but you somehow lose this game once again, as you're already losing to begin with. You're out the door because you already got a rookie quarterback behind you. I'd take Jimmy G. I said that last week for Pittsburgh. I would. So work out a trade, if possible. Unless they just end up cutting him. I mean, I would think they'd want to try to, on the back end of the deal with the Patriots, try to get something for him because they gave up so much for him, to get him. And then a few years later, it works out. They, got a successor in the meantime, just waiting, as do the Packers right now with Jordan Love behind Rodgers. So I said earlier, they run a fullback dive on 2nd and 3, and Kyle Juszczyk gets to midfield on a 15-yard run. 1st and 10 Niners. All right, there's your spark. You got to capitalize off it now. You got to tie this game up. Now the snow's starting to stick to the turf. You can tell it's starting to get spotty. There's more white stuff on the ground than there is green. But that's what I said earlier. Both these quarterbacks, arguably, depending on the outcome, could be playing in their final game for their respective team here tonight, with Jimmy G and Aaron Rodgers, depending on what happens this upcoming offseason. 1st and 10 from the 49. Garoppolo gets rid of it, complete to Mitchell, but loss of about a yard or so. 2nd and long. He should have been sacked for about 10 yards to begin with. Yeah. Threw a cross body, across field near side. Just a very bad play. I mean, at least he got rid of it, but, oh my God, he had Ayuk wide open deep down the middle of the field. He hits him in stride. He's in the end zone right now. Snow continuing to fall. 2nd and 11. And they run a screen. He throws it in the ground. The offensive lineman picks up and starts running. It's going to be incomplete, though. I mean, you can say first down if you want to look at it. If it never hit the turf, it bounced up. But, yeah. That's clearly incomplete. So 3rd and 11. Rather than the 3-1-1, the Niners need a 4-1-1 here to well, maybe that was a catch. It hit him in the back of the heel. I think you might want to call 911 though, because Green Bay is coming. Yeah, I think you might want to take a look at that. I don't know if that ever hit the turf. They're going to reset the play clock. Okay, clock going to start on the snap, so it's at 9:12. They'll reset the play clock, and clock going to start on the snap. Garoppolo 7 of 15, 75 yards passing, and interception. Whereas with Rodgers, he's 19 of 25, 222 yards. Both have been sacked 4 times as well. So credit to the defense. It's 10-3 low-scoring defense showdown. 3rd and 11. Garoppolo slant complete to Kittle. First down Niners inside the 40, down at the 28. So nice play call there. Nice throw by Jimmy G. Yeah, he sticked it. Wobbly pass. Still able to bring it down, though. And they're knocking on the door. Now, this 3rd time's a charm for San Fran. You got to punch it in. You can't turn it over and you can't kick it. You got to score a touchdown and tie this game up. But then you're going to give Rodgers the ball back with 2 timeouts and 2-minute warning to, they need a field goal once again to beat you. So, Deebo Samuel on the give there. He gets to the 23 for about 5, maybe 6 yards. 2nd down and medium. 8-1-8 and counting to play.
Runs with great power. It's pretty impressive to watch. I don't know if there's many defensive backs that want to get in the middle of it with Deebo Samuel.
So 2nd and 5. Under 8 to play. Niners need to tie this game up to force overtime. Kittle in motion. They'll hand off. And nowhere for Mitchell to go. So 3rd down and 7 after a loss. Big 3rd down, probably the biggest play of the game right here. huge 3rd and 7. Snow's really coming down now. Shit. It's not heavy, but, I mean, playing in it, it's going to be a little hard to see. That's a delay game, but they give it to him. Slanter the middle complete. Jennings is going to be short. 3 timeouts, you got to kick it. 4th and 1, you got to kick it. Cut it to 4 again. But you're going to have to get the hell off the field on defense quick. I mean, they're going to go for it. It looks like sneak it because, I mean, well, you sort of have to. No, they're going to bring the big boys in. Trent Williams reporting eligible. Showing the referee. 4th and 1, they're going to go for it. Yeah, I mean, sort of got to because if you don't, you kick it, Green Bay's going to call timeout. You might not get the ball back. They'll run it, and Mitchell nowhere to go. Stuffed. So there's your ball game right there. Then it goes back to, well, you probably should have kicked it. And Jimmy G potentially in his final Niner game. Final play there is going to be a handoff to Elijah Mitchell. He's 9 of 17, only 105 yards passing. Interception that, should have been a touchdown just prior to halftime. They got a field goal midway through the 3rd quarter there. He's been sacked 4 times. Green Bay hasn't played great, but they played better tonight. It's still got time. I mean, they still got to stop on defense, get the ball back 3 timeouts. But then, it goes, well, you probably should have kicked it, because then you're only down 4 again. Touchdown to win it. Now, you do get a stop, get the ball back, touchdown still, and a tie it for you. You're back in the same spot you just were. So, I mean, not a bad decision, but play call-wise, they knew the run was coming. Why don't you run a simple play action or, hell, not even a bootleg and just down the stretch, yeah, they found ways to win, but also with Jimmy G, I mean, not turning the ball over. I mean, he did once earlier, but tonight at least, he never really put the team on his back. Did, but didn't when it was on the line. Everybody could be playing 10 times better. So we'll see here with Green Bay back on the field on offense, 1st and 10. We'll see if they can, run the football and work some clock. Because San Fran might not get the ball back. Because, I mean, you're up 7, 10-3 is going to win it for you now, but you're going to want to get at least a field goal if you can, if you're the Packers, which one you probably should already have, but it was blocked, remember, just prior to halftime. Touchdown for sure is going to win it for you. And then they beat both the Seahawks and Niners at home, including this playoff game here tonight, 17-3. And remember, they already swept the West this year. They went to San Fran, Arizona, and won. They beat both Seattle and LA from Lambeau Field. And the snow's continuing to come down. We'll see if Rodgers and the Packer offense can work this clock, run it out, score to for sure seal it, and, get on in the conference championship game next Sunday night and, host once again either Tampa Bay or the Rams. 1st and 10 from the 21. 6:10 to play. 10-3 your score. Packers up as Jones gets to give for 2 there. Got an injured player. So, hey, a win's a win. It's all said and done. It doesn't matter how the hell you got there. Win's a win. Might not always be pretty, but win's a win. So an injury timeout. Yeah, Rodgers starting to play with the snow. That's how much it's coming down. And you can't make snowballs, and play with it yet. But
So is our best unlimited plan ever. Mary, welcome to Verizon's new plan with 5G ultra wideband.
I would feel safe saying at least the 49ers in the loss. Do you at least want to build a snowman tonight? Yeah, I don't know. Figured I'd ask, but yeah. No, just work the clock, run the damn football. Just get out of Dodge with a win. But Green Bay is going to have to play 10 times better next week if they want to get the Super Bowl. Because they've lost, I don't know how many times it's been now in the NFC Championship game. They haven't been back in the Super Bowl since they beat the Steelers in 45, and that's 11 years ago. Hell, Steelers haven't been back to the Super Bowl since either, but, you know, what could, you know, make peace with that is if Rodgers would come to Pittsburgh, but I don't see that happening, not right now at least. Not with him still playing, and, you know, as I said before, with him winning as much as he is, well, you know, and look at the division, why the hell would he want to leave? You know, he's got a good thing going. You know, so we'll see, but one thing at a time. Next week, after the Packer win, even with 5 minutes to play here today, Cincinnati going to go to either Buffalo or Kansas City next week, and then the Packers to host either the Rams or Buccaneers, and both those games are tomorrow. Rams, Bucs at 3 o'clock, Bills, Chiefs at 6:30, and I'll have live watch along reactions live here on YouTube of both, so be sure to tune back in. And once again, thanks for tuning in and listening here tonight, and be sure to like, follow, and subscribe once again on social media, links in the description below. At least I got a snow game this year. I mean, hell, last year, first time ever in NFL history, we got a game on every day of the week, for God's sakes. It's been a while for a snow game now. You know, I mean, I've gotten Thursdays, Sundays, you know, 1-4 and Sunday night, Monday night. Hell, even a Tuesday night again this year. You know, Saturdays, but yeah, it's been a while for a snow game. I'm trying to remember the last snow game. With any snow, whether it was like this or real bad blizzard. 2nd and 8 after the injury timeout from the 22. Rodgers out of the gun. Pass incomplete, far side 10 for Davante Adams. Go to somebody else, for God's sakes. I mean, live by it and die by it. Jesus Christ. 3rd and 8. Third and 8 from the 22. They can't even work at what? Minute and a half off the clock and give them the ball back. Still need a touchdown to tie it. Rodgers going to go down the sack. Wow. This Niner defense, I mean, you got to feel for them. With as good as they played tonight, the offense can't do jack shit. I mean, come on. San Fran get the ball back. 5 minutes and 3 timeouts plus 2-minute warning. Once again, try to tie this game up. And that goes back. Well, you probably should have kicked it. I mean, at least Rodgers didn't turn the ball over there on a strip sack. They'll punt. San Fran going to have to drive, but he had a man wide open. And DeGuara looked like near side in the flat. Been a first down. So they can't even work any time off the clock. They block the punt. The Niners block the punt. Where's it at? And they'll pick it up at the 5 and run it in to tie this game up. Are you kidding me? They're an extra point away now from a tie 10-10 game with 4:41 to play. You have to be kidding me. They blocked the punt. Don't want to. as they're not going away just yet. Never say die mentality. They blocked the punt. Wow is right. Holy shit, they've blocked a field goal and a punt tonight. San Fran's going to deserve to win this game if they find a way to win it. And Green Bay, well, extra point to come. They'll get the ball back, so Rodgers going to only have to get in field goal range, which they, hell, can't even hardly do that, to win them the game. Gold's extra point up and good. We're tied at 10. Wow. 4:41 to play. 3 timeouts for the Niners, 2 for the Packers, plus a 2-minute warning. You have to be kidding me. Why the hell not? Especially with all the snow now. Why the hell not with how this game's gone? I mean, good God. I think we've seen everything that could go wrong has gone wrong for both of these teams tonight. Yeah. Blocked punt. And then it's in the sky forever. Came back down, bounced to the 2, back to the 7. They pick it up and run it in for a touchdown. Wow. Wow. Just wow. 10-10 with 4:41 to play. So now the ball's in Rodgers' court. You got to drive and score. All he needs a field goal. Work some clock, but yeah. Shit. No, like I said, if San Fran somehow wins this game, they're going to deserve to win. Packers lose, they're going to deserve to lose. They haven't done enough. You know, be another collapse, and then really start those rumors of Aaron Rodgers leaving Green Bay. You know, yeah, I think everybody's stunned right now with the millions and millions of people that are watching and everybody in attendance, with the snow once again still coming down, and it's starting to get a little heavier, it looks like. Win or go home. He's done it once already this year against the Niners. A couple more minutes here tonight, but just, you know, drive, get in field goal range, and win you the game. From the 5 on the return, he's going to have to do it again now. And Amari Rodgers to the 30. Wow. Packer offense back out on the field. Special teams. Finally coming alive in the playoffs. Been waiting for it all damn season long, and here we are. Had a game-winning field goal earlier, and tonight in this game had a blocked field goal. That's really the difference. Because even with the blocked punt return for a touchdown there to tie it at 10, if Green Bay has that blocked field goal, they still have a 3-point 13-10 lead right now. And then you'd want a touchdown rather than a field goal to make it 20-10 rather than 16-10, because then if they drive and score a touchdown on you, they'd win. Rodgers rolls out incomplete, out of bounds. Got a late penalty, maybe a roughing the passer or an illegal man downfield. It's incomplete, 2nd and 10. Illegal man downfield. Jesus Christ. Green Bay's just shooting themselves in the foot. How the hell do you let this happen? How the hell do you let this happen to you? That's what I want to know. And it's getting to the point, I mean, you can still see the field to an extent, but hell, we go to overtime and it keeps coming down. Might not be able to see shit. The penalties, they've let them play tonight. 5 and 4 respectively for the Niners and Packers. For nothing major. But 1st and 15 now, back at the 24 after the penalty. Out of the gun, Rodgers looking to throw, complete. Guess who? Devontae Adams, because he doesn't want to throw it to anybody else tonight. Devontae Adams, as well, they might end up with 2 100-yard receivers, and Aaron Jones and Adams if he keeps it up. He might end up with over 300 yards passing. The run game for both teams is there. It's balanced. It's not a lot, but it's balanced. So, Jimmy Cheese lucking out for now. Special teams helped them out there. So, trips near side, 2nd and 11. Where's that deep shot by Rodgers? That pass almost picked off. Jesus Christ. And 10 for Randall Cobb. Throwing off his back foot. You can't be doing that. What the hell are you doing, Rodgers? You want to just give away your discount double check? Like, you want to start your offseason early and all the rumors that, you know, you're not going to be a Packer anymore and shoot your State Farm commercials and blah, 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 blah. Just have the media talking because they don't have anything else to talk about. Like, I'm on your side, man, but, I mean, come on. It's like you got to be playing a little bit better than this. 3rd and 11 from the 28. Got to get a first down. You can't give them the ball back with 3 timeouts, 3.5, and the 2-minute warning. There's the deep shot. He's going to go deep down the middle, but double coverage, incomplete. 10 for Adams, nobody home, and no penalty. And clock's going to stop with the incompletion. They're going to have to punt. They have not been able to do a damn thing on offense tonight. And this goes back to, like I said earlier, in the first stream today, the first top seeds, first overall, Titans and Packers. You know, if I'm a 1 seed, I want to buy. I'd want to play right away. You know, I'd want to keep rolling. You know, you get that bye week, and it's like you're coming off and you're slow and sluggish, even regardless if you rested players or not, which they didn't. They rested some, but not many. Rodgers played against the Lions 2 weeks ago. Got a late whistle. We're going to have a delay of game. False start actually on the punt. So 4th and 16. And guess what? The Niners, this Packer defense is going to have to win them this game. The Niners are going to get the ball back, 3.5, tied at 10 with 3 timeouts and 2-minute warning, only for themselves, also only needing a field goal to win it now. Like, Green Bay's just shooting themselves in the foot. And that's why I said if San Fran comes back and wins it, they're going to deserve to win. If Green Bay loses, they're going to deserve to lose because they didn't do enough. San Fran's right now wanting this game more. Another blocked punt? No, he gets it up and away. Nice big booming punt field at the 22. And he's got a few blockers, but he's going to be brought down to 30. All right. 1st and 10. Niners tied at 10 here. 3:20 to play. The difference is that blocked field goal. It is. Because Green Bay has that. They still are up 13-10, regardless of what just happened. Yeah. That's the difference right now. And then, they, of course, special teams mistakes. They blocked punt there as well and returned the tie. Special teams, turnovers and special teams. What do I always say? 1st and 10. 3:20 to play from the 29-yard line. Empty set, 5 wide. Jimmy G's going to have to make some plays here. Deebo Samuel, George Kittle. He goes to Kittle on a slant. They get a first down on a 12-yard pickup. And with the snow still coming down, you can tell the field's taking a hit now, too, because they're starting to slide around and leaving marks of where the tackle's at. So I said, you get in the 4th quarter, this keeps coming down. This might be a factor. It's not a lot, but it's enough to make a difference. 2:45 and counting to play. 1st and 10 for the Niners from the 41. Hell, we might go to overtime if they don't do anything here. Toss to Mitchell out of the backfield. Good block. And they're still able to make the tackle after about a 5-6 yard run. They'll get it off. Well, they don't have to unless they don't want to. And yeah, Robbie Gould's starting to warm up on the sideline. All he needs is a game-winning field goal on the road. Guess what? Against a former divisional rival, the former Bear, on the road in Green Bay, taking on the Packers tonight with the Niners. And he's never missed in the playoffs in his career. And he's been in the league 15-plus years. So 10-10 with 2 minutes to play. Whew, this game coming down to the wire. I think this ending is going to be more exciting than what we saw earlier. With as slow as this game's been, you know, not a lot going on, and then, you know, just boom, out of nowhere, here we are. Yeah, 10-10 with 2 minutes to play. We'll update some final stats and scores once we hit a final score, but yeah, Robbie Gould, as I believe somebody on the kickoff pre-show for Fox, I don't know if it was TB or Howie or Strahan or even Jimmy Johnson, that they had said that Robbie Gould, as we just saw with the Bengals kick game-winning field goal on the road to take down the number 1 seed, they had said he would do the same, and the 49ers would beat the Packers and take down the 1 seed in the NFC as well. So, yeah, we'll see what happens here. But, yeah, special teams, big factor. Hell, you know, I think Green Bay's only been able to move and get inside the 49er territory, at least for their 10 points they've scored. That's twice. Maybe another 2-3 times, about a handful of times they've been able to get past the 50 to actually do something. I mean, because they can't even get in field goal range for Mason Crosby. And when they did, remember, the first one was blocked, and then that last one was good. You have a 10-3 lead there. So it goes back to, you got to score touchdowns rather than settle for 3. You got to score points. And not doing enough early is going to come back to cost you. But the difference right now is the blocked field goal. That's the difference right now. Because if everything goes the way it has, with as wacky and crazy as it's been, they still have a 13-10 lead right now. And then, okay, you get in Gold field goal range of tie, you go to overtime. Touchdown, hell, game-winning field goal wins it for you, though, now for the Niners. Because Green Bay's just letting it slip away. And that's why I said, let these rumors start for Rodgers. If they lose this game, I would think for sure it's going to be his last game in Green Bay. With, as talk about being tense with this game. The relationship, you know, they've had recently, you know, for him to potentially move on. You know, maybe not, though. I mean, because if they somehow win again next week and then win the Super Bowl, he's not going anywhere. He's going to be a Packer for life. But, you know, just as I thought, even with Favre after a year in Atlanta, he'd be a Packer for life then at that point. No. Of course, he went and played for the Jets and the Vikings. So Rodgers could be, and that's the thing, myself being a Steeler fan too, and the Packers with Rodgers, no more Ben or Aaron at some point in time in the near future, you know, Jordan Love's not going to be the answer for the Packers. I can already tell you that. That pass going to be caught complete by Deebo Samuel at the 41. They're in field goal range now. Well, just right on the cusp for Robbie Gould. And, yeah, that's all I have to do is get him in field goal range. You got a minute 45 and counting. 2 timeouts for the Packers to stop the clock, under 2 to play. Who would have thought, if this does happen, that both road teams today would go on the road and beat the top seeds in the AFC and NFC with the Titans and Packers on game-winning field goals? I mean, just absolutely crazy. But that's why, of course, the game's played. It's not decided on paper, it's decided on the field, because, I mean, I don't think really anybody gave the Bengals a shot against the Titans. I know more people gave the Niners a shot against the Packers on the road because they went and beat Dallas last week. But and with how they played recently, of course, too. But still, playoff football. It's a whole new season. Anybody can win on any given day. So timeout there by the Packers. Remember that other timeout they could have right now before the end of the third quarter ended. You know, that's going to cost them, too, to potentially get the ball back. To save some time, at least. But remember, when these two teams, as Robbie Gould's actually warming up his helmet, he walks over to the heater and puts his helmet to the heater to warm it up. Well, one, he's bald to begin with, you know, but just keep him warm. But, yeah. And he's kicked game winners, you know, before, no doubt about it, in both college and the NFL, with Penn State, the Bears, the Giants, and the Niners. Yeah, the difference is the blocked field goal just prior to halftime. But remember when these two teams met week 3, the Niners scored with under a minute to play, and then Rodgers with, I don't remember if he had any timeouts or not, drove 2 plays, got in Crosby field goal range, and they won on a game-winning field goal. That would be for a tie, or if he'd somehow find a way to drive him and score a touchdown to win it. I mean, man. Just absolutely crazy. This game's been nuts. 3rd down after a toss to Samuel. How many did he get on that? And the Green Bay call timeout their 3rd and final. They're going to let the clock roll. Because they're already still on the cusp of field goal range. They're not in field goal range just yet, because from here, okay, Green Bay does call their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be 3rd and 7 for the Niners with a minute 3. So depending on how much yardage they get here, they can drain this clock to about 25 seconds before having to call a timeout. But yeah, where are they at on the field, marker-wise? Where are they at? 3rd and 7 from where? Because they only need a few yards. They don't have, from the 38, get a 5-yard run and kick it. Of course, you'd like to get a first down, drain this clock as far as you can, and get out of Dodge. They're going to call a timeout of their own. Time of their own there. But, yeah, drain the clock and, kick game winner with no time left. And if you miss it, well, you go to overtime and we play on. And overtime in the playoffs, we play until we have a winner. Nobody's going to tie. So, yeah. Wow, just what a game. What a second half. That's what I said. At halftime, it was 7-0, as it was 9-6 earlier. And then it was a second-half game, as this game has been too. So you got to play full 60 in order to win. You have to. And San Fran's wanted it more than Green Bay, no doubt. And they've been Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers kryptonite, at least in the playoffs. Haven't been able to beat them the past decade, even though they beat them in the regular season this year. 3rd and 7. Just get 5 yards, because then you can drain this clock and kick a field goal. You're going to give them, 20 seconds and no timeouts, get in field goal range themselves, but just get 5 yards. Get a first down, okay, even better. Use check in motion, handoff, and Samuel, he's going to get those 5 yards plus more, gets a big first down run for 10 inside the 30. They'll move the sticks. They'll really drain this clock now. They got 2 timeouts. Green Bay can't stop it. Samuel's going to limp off. 45 seconds accounting. There's about a 15, 16-second differential between the game clock and play clock. So San Fran can drain this clock now and kick a game-winning field goal if they want to. They'll snap it once more, get them lined up, and from 25, 28-yard line, it's going to be about a 40, 45-yard field goal, give or take, depending on where this ball is going to be spotted after this play right now. 1st and 10, handoff Mitchell up the middle. He's going to bounce, get about a yard. Okay, so from, the 28, as San Francisco is actually going to save themselves some time, run another play. So have 1 left with 13 seconds, 2nd and 9. Give them some more room. But from here, for a game-winning field goal, 13-10, to have both top seeds in the AFC and NFC, number 1 overall seeds, respectively, in the Titans and Packers, lose on the same day at home on game-winning field goals, it'd be about a, 45-yard field goal for Robbie Gould, if I'm mistaken. But if he misses, of course, we'd go to overtime. Maybe you go for the home run. Hit the dagger. Go take your deep shot. Just don't turn it over. I don't know why you do that. Run it. You're in field goal range. You can kick it. And then it's going to be silence in Green Bay. And who knows what Rodgers' future looks like. They're on a fullback dive with Kyle Juszczyk. So he gets 2 yards. So they can drain this clock to 5, 4, 3. They call a timeout with 4 seconds, so a 3rd down. And from here, the 26-yard line, 26 and 10 is 36, plus another 7 or 8. It's going to be about a 43, 40-yard field goal for Robbie Gould and the 49er win, as he's been good as gold in his career, never missed in the playoffs. And this is for the win. Green Bay can't ice him. They don't have any timeouts. He makes it. The 49ers win, advance. They'll play at either L.A. once again or at Tampa Bay next week for the NFC Championship. If he misses, we go to overtime and we play on until we have a winner. This is for the win from 44 yards out. Robbie Gould, the Lock Haven native himself, good as gold, officially 45. And snap, kick, good. 49ers win on a game-winning field goal, 13-10. Wow. 2 game-winning field goals today. Wow, just wow. And silence. Rodgers might have just played his last game as a Packer. Wow. Stunned. Everybody's in shock. Never say die. Don't quit. Wow. He has to be so pissed off. But what did he do tonight? He didn't do much. Other than that opening drive, they went and, got 7. Got a field goal in the second half. Yeah. Snap, hold, kick, all good. Right down Broadway. And back to the Bears. Should never got rid of him. Well, San Francisco's happy they did because he just made another game-winning field goal for him. And the Niners are going back to the NFC Championship game, and Jimmy G's going to keep his job for a little bit longer. But Rodgers, he's going to be out the door in Green Bay. So question is, where is he going to go? Let me know in the comments below. Might stay in Green Bay, but I doubt it. He's going to be playing elsewhere next year. And in his final game tonight, for the season at least, for the time being, Rodgers 20-29 for 225 yards passing. No touchdowns, no interceptions. He was sacked 5 times. Credit to the Niner defense. They couldn't do a damn thing tonight. They couldn't. And the difference was, remember, the blocked field goal just prior to halftime. It was. Because if they have that as he walks off the field, who knows? We might have just saw Aaron Rodgers play his final game as a Green Bay Packer. What a game. What a finish. What a finish to both these games. Good God, 2 game-winning field goals. To take down the top overall number 1 seeds in the AFC and NFC respectively, with Tennessee and Green Bay both losing. With the Bengals and Niners advancing, and they'll play at either Buffalo, Kansas City, LA, or Tampa Bay next week for the conference championships. What a day of football. What a game. What second halves we've seen today. I mean, good God, you got to play a full 60. Which is known to begin with, because a 60-minute game is not over until it's over. And you play to win the game. No, but the blocked field goal ended up being the difference just prior to halftime. And they still didn't do enough, to win it anyway. They deserved to lose, I thought the Packers did. They did. And if Rodgers leaves, it's not going to get any prettier with Jordan Love playing quarterback for it. I can guarantee you that right now. Yeah, man. What a game. What a day of football. So I'll say thank you once again for tuning in and listening. Wow. Just wow. I'm sure as everybody's stunned, shocked, in silence, social media is probably blowing up. Get ready for the Aaron Rodgers jokes. I don't know what his status on Pat McAfee is going to be next week, because I believe last year after they lost in the championship game, he took about a week or 2 off before he came back on, and then that was it for the year. So why not have a special teams book be, the book of the week for the book club next week? All jokes aside, Packers didn't do enough to win. They didn't deserve to win, honestly. San Francisco did because they wanted it more late. And they found a way to win, Ended up being a tale of 2 halves. They trailed 7-0 in halftime, and then they win, 13-3 in the second half and winning on a game-winning field goal, 13-10 your final score. But the difference, once again, was the blocked field goal prior to halftime. It was a special teams game in the cold, snowy night with this game here. It was. 2 game-winning field goals for the road teams to take down the top overall seeds in the AFC and NFC playoffs today. Wow, just wow. And just as the Packers won on a game-winning field goal week 3, when it mattered in the playoffs, the Niners returned the favor on the road and also won on a game-winning field goal. And Robbie Gould, good as gold, 20 of 20. He's perfect in his career in the playoffs for the former Lock Haven native. Wow. Wow for both games. And somebody predicted this. I think it was either TB or Howie. Because they said that Robbie Gould would also do what the Bengals just did earlier, and that's win on a game-winning field goal. Yeah, never say die. Rodgers is going to be done in Green Bay, it looks like. So clutch, not tonight, not by any means. Good God, no. They couldn't move the ball whatsoever. Special teams errors. Yeah, the blocked field goal, as they show the highlight there. And then with the snowy conditions in the second half, the blocked punt. Even with the blocked punt, as it took them a while to find it and then return it for a touchdown. The blocked field goal was the difference because everything else goes the way it did. They have that field goal prior to halftime. It was 13-10 after they would have tied it at 10, and then that field goal would have been for the tie to force overtime rather than the win. The blocked field goal was the difference. Special teams. And Jimmy Garoppolo post-game interview. Wow.
What did it take to get this win, Jimmy? It took everything. We knew it was going to. I mean, this is offense, defense, special teams. Everyone stepping up.
49ers in the NFC Championship for the 5th time since 2011. Of course, a few of those were under Jim Harbaugh, who's right now at Michigan, but looking to potentially get back in the NFL. We'll see what happens there, along with the rest of the coaching carousel. But the playoffs are going to continue tomorrow, of course. Remember, they beat the Packers 2 years ago in the NFC Championship game before they lost to the Chiefs in Super Bowl 54. They missed the playoffs last year with a lot of injuries, and then they're back in it this year. You know, I think everybody, including myself, we've all forgotten about the 49ers, but they deserve to be here. They've just won on the road in back-to-back weeks and won in the playoffs against two of the best teams in the NFC, and the Dallas Cowboys and Green Bay Packers from the regular season. But this is the playoffs, it's a whole new season, and they win when the game matters. And they're going to go to either L.A. or Tampa Bay next week. Jimmy G, honestly, should probably keep his job for another year, give Trey Lance another year to get some experience under his belt. But if they lose next week, he's probably out the door too, you know. He says his thumb feels great with a little bit of a laugh. Yeah, with it being cold and all the snow, all the injuries. Well, didn't do a lot. They found a way to win when the game was on the line. That's all that matters. That's all anybody ever remembers. And it was special teams. Nobody talks about special teams anymore. I talk about it on here all the damn time with, you know, the old school mentality of being able to run the football, play good defense, rely on your special teams. You control a good percentage of that. You're going to win, you know? And they got after, as did the Packer defense, getting after Jimmy G. Their defense got after Rodgers a lot tonight, too. The run game was balanced on both sides. You know, the only touchdown we had on offense was to begin the game. It was an A.J. Dillon rushing touchdown. The Packers had a field goal. And then San Francisco with the field goal, the blocked punt for a touchdown, and then the game-winning field goal to win it 13-10. So, yeah. Rodgers, his only second career playoff game with 0 passing touchdowns. Wow. Yeah, so what does Aaron Rodgers' future hold now? That's the big question. Special teams, and it's out of his hands. It's out of his control. His hands are tied. He can't do anything about special teams. But offensively, Rodgers, well, special teams, they were kicking field goals and punting because they weren't scoring touchdowns with him at quarterback on offense. They weren't able to punch it in. They weren't able to get downfield. You know, so that falls back on him too, and it falls back on the coaches because it starts at the top. The Packers as a whole, you know, you can single somebody out, you know, in this regard or that regard. They deserve to lose, where the Niners deserve to win. Yeah. Very slow start. I mean, it was ugly for a while, and then it got little colorful and pretty there towards the end. So, hey, a win's a win for the Niners. And, well, depending on who they play next week. If they play the Bucs, that's going to be a toss-up, depending on how Tampa Bay plays tomorrow and who they're going to have, health-wise. If they play the Rams, I don't know. I, of course, had the one Ram-Niner game right after they got Miller and Beckham mid-November after the trade deadline on a Monday night, and San Fran put it to them. And then they just beat them on the road a few weeks back. I'd like put my money on the Niners if they play the Rams next week. If the Niners play the Bucs, it's going to be a coin flip. If they play the Rams, give me San Fran to get back to the Super Bowl. And honestly, who would have thought the 49ers of all teams, even 2 years ago being in the Super Bowl, and then last year missing the playoffs with all the injuries, will be back in the playoffs and on a deep playoff run, let alone in the damn playoffs, for God's sakes, or in the Super Bowl, when it all comes down to it. So, yeah. AFC-wise, the Bengals are going to, as both road teams won today, dethroning the top overall seeds. If Cincinnati plays Buffalo, Cincinnati plays Kansas City, I'm taking whoever they play. So, yeah. It's going to be an interesting finish, to say the least. I mean, it was always, with the end to the regular season down the stretch, that it's going to come down, the final few weeks. It always does, with tiebreakers, who's in and who's out. And then now the playoffs, a lot of games being played and so on and so forth. Finding a way to win, that's all that matters. As Jimmy Garoppolo waves goodbye to the Packer crowd. Hey, they deserve to beat you. They deserve to win more than you did. So Fox will sign off for the night. I will here in a short second as well. Just once again, thanks for tuning in and listening. Be sure, as always, to like, follow, and subscribe to social media. Links in the description below. Be sure to tune back in tomorrow as well for more NFL playoff live watch along reactions. We'll see how crazy of a Sunday it's going to be compared to today. But low-scoring defensive showdowns with special teams being the difference maker, the X factor in the end on 2 game-winning field goals, 19-16, 13-10. None of the 4 teams scored more than 20 points today. I would think tomorrow that would be a little bit different, especially in the nightcap. But, yeah, just what a day of football. 2 good games in the end. Couldn't honestly ask for, anything more or better in that regard. Just wow. Wow's the only word I think we can all agree on with how both of these games, played out, and more so not ended, on 2 game-winning field goals, for God's sakes. I mean, Jesus Christ. What more can he ask for it to come down in the final few seconds? And, hey, he makes it, game's over. If not, we play on, So, because it's not like whoever was kicking the game-winning field goal was down by a point. If they'd missed, the other team would win. We were tied, 16-16 and 10-10. Miss, okay, we play on. Make it, which they did. Ball game, winner, chicken dinner. And, both the Bengals and the 49ers go on the road here today and win the playoffs and take down the number 1 overall seeds in the NFL playoffs and the Titans and Packers, respectively. So, it has to be for something. Winning in all 3 phases, even though offensively for the Niners it wasn't as good as it's been, or they would, of course, like to be, but their defense played extremely well, kept them in the game. One of the reasons why they won, of course, but then special teams as well. You know, because they don't get that blocked punt return for touchdown. Who knows what they do on offense there? You know, they might do something, might not though. I mean, but in the end, they got in field goal range, and you know they ended up, kicking the game winner. So, yeah, just once again, what a day of football! What a few games we saw, down to the wire finishes, game-winning field goals, and honestly, in the end, you know, the better teams won, and that's, you know, I mean, really all I can ask for as well, whether it's your favorite team or not. You look at it that way, hey, better team won. Like, we got beat. Like, they beat us. We got to do a better job, and, you know, blah, blah, blah. But, and I can already see it. Everybody's probably already talking about Aaron Rodgers. You know, where's he going to be playing next year once again? Because another playoff loss. But, yeah, just 2 game-winning field goals today. Both the Bengals and 49ers went on the road. 19-16, 13-10, taking down the number 1 overall seeds in the NFL playoffs. So Aaron Rodgers is going to finish 20-29 for 225 yards passing. Aaron Jones had 12 carries, 41 yards. A.J. Dillon, he did get banged up there middle of the game. Finished 7 carries, 25 yards, and the lone offensive touchdown by either team. However, he also had 9 catches, 129 yards. Remember, that was right before halftime as well, before the blocked punt, or the blocked field goal, excuse me. Blocked punt was early fourth. The return for a touchdown. They should have scored a touchdown on the drive. You know, Green Bay, their field goal, you know, because that's a touchdown. It's 14-10. San Fran needs a touchdown to win it rather than a game-winning field goal. You know, and maybe they win and maybe they move on, but they don't because, well, they kicked the field goal. That was blocked. That ended up being the difference maker. They ended up getting another one in the second half there. That's with their 10 with that touchdown earlier. So, yeah, just San Fran in the end deserved to win and Green Bay deserved to lose, plain and simple in the story. There's not much else to be said. So, yeah, Rodgers was 20-29, 225 yards passing, no touchdowns. He was sacked 5 times. Jones had 12 carries, 41 yards on the ground. A.J. Dillon, 7-25 and a touchdown. Jones also had 9 catches, 129 receiving. Devontae Adams, 9-90. And then Lazard had a catch for 6 yards. Somebody had to step up. You got to get the ball to, you know, somebody else. I mean, good God. No wonder you're offensively you weren't able to, you know, move the football a lot. You know, they got out past Fitty, you know, a handful of times, but not too many. Not as much, of course, they'd like to. And, you know, when they did, touchdown in the opening drive, and it was all downhill really since then. You know, 2 field goal situations. One was blocked, and then the other one was made, but they gave up a game-winning field goal, and they lose by 3, 13-10. And the difference was, once again, the blocked field goal prior to halftime. Jimmy Garoppolo was 11 of 19, 131 yards passing, had an interception just prior to halftime, which then led to that blocked field goal. He was sacked 4 times. Elijah Mitchell had 17 carries, 53 yards rushing. Deebo Samuel, 10 of 39 rushing. And then Kyle Juszczyk, 2 of 14. So as a team, they had over 100 yards rushing compared to Green Bay. So, you know, balance to see there. George Kittle had 4 catches, 63 yards. Deebo Samuel, 3 of 44. Elijah Mitchell also had 3 catches out of the backfield for 18 yards receiving. Juwan Jennings, 1 of 6. You know, Jennings and Ayuk next week need to step up. But, yeah, like I said, if whoever wins Buffalo, Kansas City tomorrow, I'm taking them to beat Cincinnati next week. And then with San Fran, if they play Tampa Bay, that's a coin flip. Just depending on who Tampa, of course, has healthy. But if they play the Rams, give me the Niners to get back to the Super Bowl. And remember, Kyle Shanahan was fighting for his job midway through the year. And with Jimmy G, like I said, right now I don't think he's going anywhere now after a big road win in the playoffs against Packers. Rodgers is out. He's going to be playing elsewhere next year. I don't know where, but Rodgers ain't going to be in Green Bay. So, I'd be absolutely shocked if he was. I would. But they could do him a favor and say, hey, you stay on, we'll get rid of Jordan Love for you. You know, we'll bring, you know, somebody else to back you up. You know, and same thing with the Niners. If they really believe in Jimmy G, which still with another big win, I think he's probably still going to get the short end of the stick. And Trey Lance is going to be, you know, the future until they realize, okay, well, for both, yeah, we got a little too far ahead of ourselves and, you know, not necessarily pushed them out, but it's always you go back to, you know, be careful what you wish for, you know, so, yeah, I mean, there's not really much else to be said. I said what I wanted to say earlier, including in this stream as well. Just once again, thanks for tuning in and listening. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. But just what a day of football. 2 good games down to the wire with game-winning field goal finishes. And I'm sure there's a lot of money lost today, no doubt about it, with both Tennessee and Green Bay losing at home as the top overall number 1 seeds in both the AFC and NFC playoffs, respectively. But, hey, that's why the game's played. Aside on paper, aside on the field, and anybody can win, especially in the playoffs on any given day. So, yeah, Cincinnati advances. They'll play at either Buffalo or Kansas City next week, depending on the outcome of that game tomorrow night. And then San Francisco now, 49ers, will play at either LA or Tampa Bay next week. And I'll have live watch-along reactions of both games tomorrow live on YouTube, so be sure to tune back in. And also next Sunday for the AFC and NFC Championship games as well. So yeah, just be sure to like, follow, and subscribe, as always, on social media. Links in the description below. And once again, thanks for tuning in and listening. Hopefully you enjoyed. And see everybody now tomorrow for more NFL playoff live watch-along reactions live right here on YouTube. As today, this NFL final Saturday of the season. Because next week we'll have, or actually tomorrow, the 2 divisional matchups to wrap up the weekend. Next Sunday, yeah, 2 conference championship games, then the Pro Bowl and Super Bowl. I mean, next Saturday is WWE Royal Rumble, so probably about this time, you know, number 30 is probably going to be coming out and, you know, win the Rumble match to main event WrestleMania. I'll have live watch-along reactions live on YouTube then as well, so be sure to tune back in, but you know, yeah. What a season it's been to this point. Still got a lot of football left to be played, no doubt about it, but what a day with both road teams, both the Cincinnati Bengals and San Francisco 49ers going on the road and winning on game-winning field goals, taking down and out the top overall number 1 seeds in the AFC and NFC playoffs with the Tennessee Titans and Green Bay Packers, respectively, to advance to the conference championship games next weekend. And Cincinnati wins at 19-16, and the 49ers win at 13-10. McPherson and Robbie Gould from, they were both 45 yards out, too, weren't they? Yeah, that's odd. I don't know if that's ever happened in one single day, especially in the playoffs. With, if you calculate it, both road teams winning on game-winning field goals from the same distance to take out the number 1 overall seed. That'd be a stat right there. That would be a stat if anybody could figure that out. I believe they're both 45 yards. That'd be impressive. That'd be a stat. That'd be pretty impressive. That would be. No, but yeah, both home teams really, especially the Packers, they deserve to lose, I thought. Didn't do enough. Even with the Titans, they turned it over too many times. You know, Green Bay just didn't, score enough. And neither did, San Fran, but they scored more and they won, they wanted it more. They fought till the end, as did Green Bay a little bit there, but San Francisco wanted it more. It felt like it seemed like than the Packers did. So, yeah, the blocked field goal ended up being the difference. I thought. But, yeah, Bengals won earlier on a game-winning field goal, 19-16, over the Tennessee Titans, and the 49ers do the same thing on the road against Green Bay Packers, 13-10 here, as they'll both advance in the NFL playoffs. So they'll play out the winners of tomorrow's games. And I'll have live watch-along reactions live here on YouTube next weekend for the conference championship games and the Super Bowl 2 weeks from then. But tomorrow, a little over 15 hours or so away, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll have live watch long reactions with the Rams and Buccaneers, followed by the Bills and Chiefs, both live right here on YouTube, so be sure to tune back in. And yeah, that'll do it for myself, your host, Encyclopedia Sports, Corey Luke 96, live right here on YouTube here today and this evening, as we just witnessed both the Bengals and 49ers once again win on game-winning field goals to take out the number 1 overall seeds in the NFL playoffs, defeating the Tennessee Titans as the Bengals did 19-16 on a game-winning field goal, and then the 49ers 13-10. Good as gold for Robbie Gould and the Niners. They struck gold in a win to get back to the NFC Championship game once again for the second time in 3 years, defeating the Green Bay Packers once again as well in the NFL playoffs by your final score of 13-10. So, yeah, once again, thanks for tuning in and listening. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below. And now, hope to see everybody now tomorrow night for more NFL playoff live watch-along reactions with the Rams and Buccaneers, followed by the Bills and Chiefs. So, 19-16, 13-10. Your final scores on game-winning field goals today, as both road teams, Bengals and 49ers, defeat the Titans and Packers.